experience it. Yeah.
We can start rolling. All right. I'll lose it down.
The York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Here he swings and hammers it. Watch this one go. It's a game winner.
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by PeoplesBank, WellSpan Sports Medicine, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, the law offices of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Solomus, and Calkins, York Mitsubishi, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, York Dental Sleep Therapy, Mad Dash, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood Family Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, Commonwealth Connections Academy, Downtown Inc., and United Way of York County.
Swing and a deep drive to right field. Watch this one go. He fires. Game over. Base hit. It's a fair ball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He slides. He's in. Revs win it.
Now with today's York Revolution pregame show, here's Will DeBoer.
At PeoplesBank Park in York, Pennsylvania, it's the York Revolution and the Somerset Patriots in Atlantic League baseball action. While America was half right tonight, the heat is hot, the air not dry, the humidity bearing down on us the same way the Revs bats been bearing down on the arch nemesis all season long. 40 home runs for the Revs for their first 35 games, 3 of them last night. And they will try and ride that power surge to another win over the Somerset Patriots and stay undefeated on this current homestand. Hello everybody, Will DeBoer with you high above the surface here at PeoplesBank Park on a picture-perfect Saturday night. If this were July, it is hot, it is humid. Stadium scoreboard says 95 degrees. It's probably not that far off, but the fans have come out tonight. They're in the seats. They're walking around. They're having Ross Brothers barbecue. I just had some of that myself, and it is delicious. A Saturday night tradition here at PeoplesBank Park. You can come on out here and have some of that and enjoy some really good baseball. The Revs are playing spectacularly well right now. 4 in a row. They have won. They have surged to the best record in the Atlantic League going into today's sets of games. Let's see how they did it last night. York 7-5 winners over the defending league champion Patriots. It was all long ball from the get-go. Joel Guzman to straightaway center, sending a ball where hardly a man has ever sent one before. That was a 2-run shot in the first inning. James Simmons with a run-scoring double in the bottom of the second. He was followed up immediately by Isaiah Tejeda, who went deep to right field, opposite field for him, for a 3-run homer, his first of the season. Somerset inched back. They scored a run in the third and 2 in the 5th inning, but then Tejeda adding the insurance with a solo home run in the bottom of the 6th, his second of the game. The third Rev to hit multiple home runs in one game this year. Somerset scoring 2 more in the top of the 7th, but then the shorthanded bullpen of Frank Gailey and Julio De Paula slamming the door, closing it out for the Revs, who won 7-5 to improve to 21-14 overall. Somerset drops to 20-15. Again, losing ground after that spectacular 13-0 start that they have had. They are now half a game back of the Long Island Ducks in the Liberty Division. 1 full game as Long Island is playing a doubleheader today and won the early matchup against the New Britain Bees. Starting pitching matchup for tonight. For the Revs, Kelvin De La Cruz, the left-hander from the Dominican Republic, former Somerset Patriot himself. He'll come on and take a look at the Patriots. He's making his 6th start of the season, 7th overall. He is 3-3 with a 3.0 ERA, so trays are wild for him. He's picked up a decision in every start and appearance he has made. Last time out, took a loss in New Britain, allowing 3 runs in 4 2/3 innings. He faced Somerset in the series opener in New Jersey last month, losing tough luck 2-1, allowing 2 runs on 5 hits in 5 innings of work, throwing a season-high 103 pitches. For the Patriots, the left-hander Darren Gorski from Mountain Joy, Pennsylvania, makes his return to his home state. Former Mets farmhand, he's been everywhere from Brooklyn to Vegas until the team released him last year after 2015, so now he is with Somerset, making his 7th start of the year. 2-1, 4.73 ERA. Coming off a solid win against Long Island last Sunday. 6 scoreless innings for him in the Patriots' rare win in this month of May. We're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, I had the chance to speak to the newest Rev. He's starting tonight in right field. He is Alfredo Marte. We'll get to know him after the break, and then after that, the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. All that and much more on this fine radio program. So thanks for tuning in on your Saturday night to the WOYK Revs pregame show.
Looking for something cool to do this weekend? Come to the coolest place in town and learn to play hockey or figure skate at the York Ice Arena. The York Ice Arena offers a Learn to Skate program for skaters of all ages and abilities, directed by ISA and USFSA qualified instructors. Skating classes range from beginner to freestyle. Hockey classes cover the basics of the game. All classes include free skate rental and 5 free skating passes, so you can try out your new skills. And remember, the coolest place in town is also available for the coolest birthday party in town. Host your birthday bash in group spaces or with a private ice rental. Public skating at the York Ice Arena is available afternoons, evenings, and weekends. Skate for just $7 and rent your skates for just $3. Plus, you can save with discount pass books. Oh, and ask about gift cards and kids' prepaid debit cards. So if you're looking to learn something cool, come to the coolest place in town and learn to skate at the York Ice Arena. For more information and to register, go to yorkskate.com. Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at your Sure Save neighborhood markets. Use your gold card every time you shop, and you automatically receive savings and rewards. And get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Sobel's Markets, Wetzel's Market, and also at Nell's Market Fresh Foods. Always a hit and always great savings.
This Sunday, join the York Revolution for Princess Day. Meet Anna and Elsa of Frozen from noon to 2. Play in an inflatable castle, make your own crown, and enter to win a drawing of Elsa in a Revolution jersey. Get details and tickets at YorkRevolution.com. Princess Day, where PeoplesBank Park is an open door.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to the WOYK Revs pregame show. Revs and Patriots set to go here in about 15 minutes. Alfredo Marte came into the clubhouse yesterday, one of 2 new additions for the York Revolution. Him, along with Charlie Thurber, a couple of outfielders to shore up, well, the outfield. I had the chance to speak with him as he prepares to play his first game in PeoplesBank Park and his first game in the Atlantic League.
We're talking with Alfredo Marte, newest member of the Revs, starting right fielder tonight. Alfredo, first of all, welcome to York. Can you talk about the process that brought you here?
I think I feel good today. I'm playing right field. I'm here because I need to play for back to to the minor league or to the big league again. So I feel good.
Now you got to watch the game yesterday. What's your overall impression of this ballpark and how you're going to attack it?
I watched the game yesterday. I like the park because the ball flight in the stadium. I watched a couple players play together and couple get back to I like it, I feel.
And then for your first game here, you're facing Darren Gorski for Somerset. You guys are both Pacific Coast League guys. Did you ever face him in that league?
No, I never faced that guy, but I'm ready. Whatever he throw, I'm ready for it.
How do you approach a brand new pitcher that you've never faced before?
My approach is try to ball to the opposite field, watch what he throw, and in the third inning, the second inning, and what is the circle he's throwing, and that's the point.
All right, Alfredo, thanks and good luck today.
Thank you so much.
Alfredo Marte, newly installed right fielder and leadoff hitter for the York Revolution. Indeed, Mace likes his speed at the top of the order. Marte does have a history of stolen bases. He stole 60 in the minor leagues and even got a couple in the major leagues as well. Marte's major league record, 3 seasons, parts of them in the majors with the Diamondbacks and the Angels in 13, 14, and 15. Got 71 games, 155 at-bats, a couple of home runs, and 13 RBIs. And now he's in York trying to tear it up. He's the latest York Rev to have big league experience, and he'll provide some veteran leadership, even at the tender age of 26, to a ball club that is ready to take the next step, already at the best record in the Atlantic League. They can surge forward and try and close out a first-half championship and get to the playoffs for the first time in a couple of years. We're going to go to one more commercial break. When we come back, the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Darrell Henry had the chance to speak to Mark Mason before today's game. They sweated it out in Mace's office and came up with quite the interview. So stick with us here on the WOYK Revs pregame show.
The Steve Zabin Show.
Brian Williams has taken a leave of absence. And I'm not sure about you, Scott, but I've had just about enough Brian Williams remembers themes on Twitter. Photoshops, snarky jokes,
reporting from the Hindenburg,
the Alamo,
etc.
They're
out there.
Yep.
Waking up America like no one else.
Now they're digging into his reporting from things like Hurricane Katrina.
Yes, where he said he saw
where he
bodies.
reported seeing a body floating past his hotel in the French Quarter. Don't get me started on Katrina. That is one of the greatest media debacles ever. The stuff that was reported as fact that turned out to be not just untrue, but flat-out fabrications. Brian Williams saying, I saw a body floating down Bourbon Street. That was like the least of the lies.
Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
The York Revolution celebrate their 10th anniversary with 20 giveaways and entertainment all season long. On Friday, June 3rd, the Memorial Hospital Celebrate York series continues with the Chris Dolman bobblehead. On Saturday, June 3rd, it's another spectacular Inside the Park fireworks display. And every Sunday includes an autograph session, Catch on the Field, and Kids Run the Bases presented by Commonwealth Charter Academy. Plus, Dollar Hot Dog Days presented by Hatfield Quality Meats. Get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
Well, Mace, good win last night to start off the next series, and one of the heroes last night was Tejeda with the 2 home runs, and it should have been second and third on the season for him, but nice to get him to show off the power stroke, which I had a feeling was probably coming for him the way he's been hitting.
No, it was good to see him get a couple home runs. Like you said, he had one in Lancaster that actually the next day the umpires apologized, saying that they did miss the call that night. But it, and the impressive thing I think about last night was he went out to right field and then he went out to left center. So it's just not like dead pool. He hit the ball out to both sides of the field. So some of the guys were kidding him in here because he didn't have one. And then I guess last night now he has 2, which some of the guys that were teasing him only have 1. So so anyways, I guess payback is what it is, and we'll see what happens tonight.
Well, and your team had a good night against a pretty good pitcher in Horst, who I know in spring training was dominant for what that's worth. We saw him a couple times there, but off to a pretty good start this season. And what did you see approach-wise against him facing a pretty good lefty last night?
Probably the biggest thing, I thought he threw the ball well. I just thought that we hit the ball where he pitched it. We didn't try to pull the ball that was away, and the pitches that were inside, we handled those really well. So I just think we hit the ball the other way really well last night. Even some of the outs that we had were hard hit the other way. And I think that was probably the biggest adjustment we made, was we were a little more patient and let the ball travel into the zone.
A little bit higher pitch count for Pena, which I guess was his undoing in the fifth, but overall, what were your impressions?
Well, I liked what I saw from Tony last night. I thought he got out of the gate better than he did the last time. This was really his first start after an extended start, which is what he had the last time when he went 5 innings and somewhere around 60 pitches. So last night was, the first time that he came out after an outing like that. And, so when he got up into that 70 pitch count or somewhere up in there, I was really starting to wonder if we were going to get him through 5 innings anyway. So, but I thought overall he threw the ball well, and, that he showed better than he did the last time out too. So we'll just keep building on that.
I know you wanted to give DeMarc the night off, and you were able to do that. How do you feel that the guys handled different roles at the back end?
Well, I mean, during the course of the game, I kept telling Fletch, we're coming up 1 out short of what I want. I wanted Ronnie to get both the left-handers out, but he walked one. I would like to see Tony get through the 5 innings, not only to help our bullpen out, but to qualify for the win. And then Gomez went out, and he got the 1-hitter in the 7th inning, but I wanted to send him out for the 8th, and he was having like a muscle cramp up in his neck area, so I couldn't run him back out there. I didn't want to use Frankie 2 nights in a row, but I had to use him in the 8th inning last night. And, basically with DeMarc down, Harris had thrown more than 1 inning last night, which I told Fletch in the dugout, we're going to have somebody go more than an inning if we're going to get through this the way we need to. So, Harris gave us 1+. DePaula obviously gave us the 9th inning, but I had Julio up if we would have got into big trouble in the 8th, where he might have had to pitch more than 1 inning as well. So it just seemed like we were coming up 1 out short, where I couldn't give guys a clean inning, which is what I wanted to do. But anyhow, Frankie came up big in the 8th inning to get out of that bases loaded, and then Julio finished it.
Well, looking at tonight, we'll see the debut of Alfredo Marte, and leading him off, do you see him as a potential guy there, or do you just want to get him as many at-bats as you can in that spot?
Well, I mean, I think I see him in that role, and that's why I have him there today. I know he can run, he can hit for power, kind of a lot like Tejada has been in that role, but I think Marte is a little faster as far as getting around the bases, and we'll move a T down into the second hole tonight, and we're going to have to play around with it a little bit, but I mean, we have some things going on here with our roster, so I kind of have to play around a little bit right now, and we'll see how it works out.
Well, De La Cruz the start, and the big thing last time was the 2-out trouble. How do you address that? How do you fix it? Is it more of a mental thing to finish innings?
No, it really is. I mean, it's an attitude. It's you have to. You just have to bear down more with 2 outs a lot, and him especially, because he gets 2 outs right away, and then it seems like he takes that deep breath, like, okay, the inning's over, and then he might get ahead of the next hitter, and then he starts nibbling, change ups, breaking balls down in the dirt. Next thing you know, it's 3-2, and then a walk. And the game in New Britain, I mean, all the runs they scored were with 2 outs, and I think they had 6 or 7 base runners with 2 outs during that, 5 or 6 innings that he was out there. So, it's just, you got to have a better mental approach. You're not out of the inning because you have 2 outs, and I think we've talked about that. So hopefully he'll adjust that.
All right, mates, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
That was your Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Darrell Henry talking with Mark Mason before York's Saturday night showdown with the Somerset Patriots. The Revs are taking the field. Kelvin De La Cruz, who will make his 6th start, 7th appearance overall, having factored into the decision each of the 6 times. He's 3-3 with a 3.0 ERA. Hopefully for him, lucky number 7 is indeed lucky. And now some Little Leaguers have taken the field as well. We're just about ready for the national anthem. It's performed tonight by, it looks to be, Miss York County. We're in the midst of royalty. Let's hear her sing.
And help us welcome Miss York County, Michelle Nelson, for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the early light, what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yes, it does. Miss York County with our national anthem, and she's waving to the crowd. Well, that's what they teach them. Your starting lineups, as always, are brought to you by Flying Feet. This is the lineup for the Somerset Patriots. This is what Brett Jody has gone with today. Leading off, Michael Jones, the third baseman, just like yesterday, trying to extend his hitting streak. Aaron Eggleston batting second in left field. Eric Ferris, the third batter and second baseman. Brad Snyder moved up one. He's DHing and batting fourth. Matt Fields at first base, then Jovan Gonzalez with that monster home run yesterday moved up 3 slots to number 6. Carlos Guzman moves from third base to right field and batting 7th. Trayvon Robinson, the center fielder, batting 8th. And Scott Kelly, the league's leading stolen base maestro, is into the lineup today. He's batting 9th and playing shortstop. They'll try and get runs on the board for Darren Gorski. For Mark Mason's York Revolution, Alfredo Marte, the new guy, is out in right field, followed by Isaiah Tejeda, second leading hitter in the Atlantic League. He is catching tonight. Joel Guzman at third base, Telvin Nash at first. Andres Perez moved up to number 5 in the order. He's DHing today. Brian Pounds at second base, batting 6th. Michael Rocket is out in left field and batting 7th. Josh Wilson, the shortstop, batting 8th. And James Simmons, he on a 7-game hitting streak with 10 doubles. That ranks him top 3 in the league. Is batting 9th. He's your center fielder. The pitcher is Kelvin De La Cruz. Originally from La Vega in the Dominican Republic, but he lives in West New York, New Jersey. Everybody got that? Last pitch for the Somerset Patriots. Now he's looking to make his second start of the year against his former ball club and the first away from Bridgewater. So now, as Michael Jones steps up to the plate, we prepare for the Dasher Investment Services first pitch of the game. We turn over to the voice of the York Revolution. Here's Darrell Henry.
All right, Will, thank you very much. As the Revs look to extend a pair of streaks here tonight, 4 straight wins overall, 6 in a row here at home, which is a season best. On a hot and humid night, 93 on the board currently. Michael Jones stands in and De La Cruz is ready. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is in there for a called strike. And we are underway. 6:34 our start time. Jones an 8-game hitting streak. Corners drawn in and he belts one deep to left field and high off the arch nemesis. And Rocket the Caraman, he'll hold the speedy Michael Jones to a single. So it's only one base. He drills it though off the top quarter of the arch nemesis in left and has a 9-game hitting streak right out of the gates.
Well, that didn't take long. Now he doesn't have to think about it for the rest of the game.
That's the way to do it. Well, Aaron Eggleston up next. Patriots going with the alternate navy tops tonight. Revs in their traditional home whites. Eggleston adding a little color. He's got some fluorescent green batting gloves and it looks like gold spikes. Lefty against lefty. De La Cruz will try to control this Patriot running game tonight. And Eggleston, a drag bunt. It's going to be Pounds from second, a bare hand pickup, and has to hold it. He got to it right as Eggleston was running through first. And once he dragged it past the pitcher, with Nash back holding the runner Jones. It was a bunt hit. Patriots with their first 2 men on, 3 pitches into the game. I'll bring on Eric Ferris, who's hit safely in 14 of his last 16. He's 5th in the league at .313 overall. Somerset, an initial threat right away. De La Cruz out of the sunlight, delivers, and Ferris bunts, and this is a good one, and De La Cruz has to hold this one. Along the line at third base, another bunt hit, and 4 pitches into the game. Somerset has them loaded with nobody out.
Now this is the Somerset team whose reputation preceded them. A lot of bunting, a lot of speed. We have seen it right now.
Reminiscent of the start that De La Cruz made at Somerset back on April 26th. There was a first pitch bunt hit to start that game, which was the first of 4 straight runners that reached. Here's Brad Snyder, who takes a strike. Somerset scored 2 off of him in 5 innings in that game, and both were in the first inning. He settled in after that, but lost 2-1. And that first pitch on Snyder may have crossed up to Tejeda, who called time and met De La Cruz halfway to get on the same page. Snyder DHing, hitting cleanup, batting at .250. He's 3 home runs, 12 driven in. Lefty on lefty again. Pitch from Calvin is driven to center field. James Simmons turns, sprinting back. It's over his head. 1 hops the fence, 2 will score, and 3 might. Here comes Ferris, pounds the relay. It's late, and it's 3-0 Somerset. Brad Snyder empties the bases with a double to straightaway center on De La Cruz's 6th pitch. And just like that, Somerset has a field goal lead.
Did you see Snyder try and leap up and deflect the ball as it was coming in?
I missed that one.
It looks like he either slid really hard and popped up high off of second base, or it looked like he was trying to knock the ball down.
That would be highly illegal.
I can't even begin to describe how illegal that would be.
Yeah, I missed that one. Well, what a rocky start. And here's Matt Fields. He swings first pitch and trickles a foul, third base side. Seems as though the Patriots have come out tonight determined to, well, bunt and determined to be extremely aggressive. Everybody is swinging pretty much the first thing they see. Or bunting. Here's the 0-1. And that misses down and in. Fields is our K-man tonight. Overall hitting at .239 with 3 homers. Well, De La Cruz ready and fires. And a drive in left field. Rocket's going to turn and play it off the newspaper. Snyder took off right away. He'll come in to score. Fields is on with a wall ball single. And 5 batters into the night. Somerset is on top 4-0.
Oh boy, Darryl, they really got to get the lid on these guys quickly. You've already seen this week the biggest comeback in Revs history at 7 runs here. I don't know if they're going to make history twice. The odds are against it.
Yeah, you don't want to put yourself in that hole very often. Here is Jovan Gonzalez, who went yard last night, his first of the year. Batting at .250. .320 on the road, though. Their home park, a tough place to hit. And De La Cruz starts them with a first pitch strike. Plate ump tonight is Joe Del Balso, Carlos Dano at first, and Derek Moshe at third base.
Moshe, that's how you say it, huh? I'm going to write that down.
It's the 0-1. Nah, that breaks down and in. Patriots, after the 13-0 start, 7-15 since. They don't seem to be entirely sure why. Pretty much the same team. And they've lost 4 straight, 10 of 13. Pitch from De La Cruz is down and in. 2 balls and a strike. At one point, they were up 6 games in the division. They're now a full game back. And at home, they started 11-1 and have lost 7 of 8 since. Off to a tremendous start tonight, though. Pitch to Gonzalez is low, and De La Cruz falls behind 3-1. It's already a season high in runs given up for Calvin, who had allowed 3 each of his last 2 starts, and that was enough to saddle him with the loss in both starts. Stares at first, delivers home, and a swing and a ground ball to third. Joel's got it, throws to second for 1, pounds the turn. It's just in time. Man, did he need that. 5-4-3 double play. It's a shame it didn't happen like 4 hitters ago, but still a lot of ball game left tonight, and De La Cruz at long last has his first 2 outs.
And he has an ERA today now.
Yeah. Well, the Revs do have all night to try to get things turned around. Here's Carlos Guzman. Another lefty-lefty matchup. Guzman 2 for 4 last night, and chin music on the first offering sends him backing away. He's raised the average over the Mendoza line, 205. Against lefties, just 179. 1-0, and a curveball just missed. A little bit tight. De La Cruz at home was 2-0 with an 090. 10 innings, 1 run in 2 starts before tonight, and he pours a strike in at the knees. Revs have been scoring a lot of 4-run innings recently. Here's the 2-1, and a swing and a foul the other way and left. Out toward Ross Brothers, Will, your new favorite.
Absolutely. It's been a while since I had some really good barbecue.
Even living in the South?
That's what I'm talking about. That's one thing they do right down there.
Pitch here is down and away, and the count will go full on Guzman.
You know, when you've got half a dozen barbecue joints in town, you know, going 3 months without finding a place like that is a long time.
Gotcha. You're right. You have been settled in here for a bit now. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a cutter away. De La Cruz goes double play strikeout to finish the inning, but Somerset starts off with a bang. 4 runs, 5 hits, nobody left. At the end of a half, it's the Patriots 4 and the Revs coming up.
Hey, sports fans, great news. Now you can listen to Sports Radio 1350 anywhere with the new WOYK mobile apps. Stranded in Siberia? No problem. Kidnapped by wolves? It's not as bad as you may think. Wherever you are, WOYK is with you on the brand new mobile apps. York's only local sports station just went mobile and global. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
The War of the Roses is the grittiest Revolution battle since Bunker Hill, and in 2016, it's bigger than ever. Sponsored by PNC Bank, the 20-game series between York and Lancaster now has unique on-field hats that will be worn exclusively during these contests. Pick up the ticket plan that nets you all 10 home games against the Barnstormers and receive a replica of the York War of the Roses hat. Be on site each and every time the Revs take on their Cross River rivals. Enlist today at 801-HITS or in person at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office.
What's up, y'all? This is the Dan Patrick Show.
And you're listening to the best.
Okay. Mattingly and the Dodgers realized it wasn't working out. Nobody wants to say somebody was fired. Nobody wants to say somebody was resigned. Now, I know it's semantics here. Mattingly's gone and the Dodgers move on. I do think it's best for both because I think with new management, they want their guy. They want a sabermetrics and analytics guy. Mattingly was not that guy.
Dan Patrick.
Don't be a hater.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
4-0 is the lead for Darren Gorski, who takes the mound. And maybe 20 minutes away from where he grew up in Mountjoy. Less than half an hour anyway. 2-1 with a 4.73 ERA through 6 starts. And the former Mets left-handed prospect will face Alfredo Marte to begin the night. He makes his Revs debut, leading off wearing number 39. And Gorski's first pitch is over for a strike, outer half on Marte. He started the year with 12 games played at Norfolk and Lehigh Valley, AAA with the Orioles and Phillies. And he takes down low. Big leagues last year with the Angels and parts of the previous 2 years with the Diamondbacks. A 1-1, and that misses high. Ironically, it was Andy Marte who went from York to the Angels and then got back to the big leagues with the Diamondbacks a couple years ago when Alfredo was there. Pitch is down low, and the count now 3-1.
Second homecoming for Gorski. He pitched on April 29th in Lancaster, where he grew up about 13 miles from that stadium.
Deals home, and oh, jeez. A chin-high strike, and Marte's at bat will continue. Wow. That was really tall. Here's the 3-2. Swings and grounds it in a base hit. He'll take that. Right past Jones at third, down the line. It's into the corner, and Alfredo Marte with a double. It is Rev's debut, first at bat. Who wants a walk? He rips it right down the line past Jones's backhand attempt, and Alfredo makes an immediate impact. Now the Revs trying to answer with something. And for Gorski, opponents hitting 276. He's only given up 2 home runs, but he's now given up 13 doubles out of the 35 hits he's allowed. 32 and a third innings. 14 walks, 23 Ks to cap his stat line. Here's Tejeda, who had a heck of a stat line last night, and he kicks back on a pitch down and in. Tejeda second in the league in hitting at 352. He blasted his first 2 homers last night. Drove in 4. 3-run shot and a solo. And Gorski holds, and now the 1-0. That's a changeup for a called strike. Tejeda 5th in the league in on base, tied for 4th in slugging. On base 406, slugging 505. Marte the lead from second. Gets a little more. Gorski a look back and deals and missed down and in. Had a chance to broadcast a few of Gorski's high school games back when I was in college. He was on a Donegal baseball team that had quite the run at states.
This must be a real flashback for you then.
Yeah, we traveled a bit. Pitch to Tejeda is down and in. Remember a game up near State College, Mechanicsburg. We did a handful of those. Fastball slider change is what he features. He's 6'4", 28-year-old. Went to Kutztown. Now the 3-1, and a chopper foul past Polo at third. 7th round pick of the Mets in 2009, according to our buddy Justin's media information. He's good friends with all those big-time starters. He came up with them and has had a pretty good minor league career in his own right. 10-game winner at AAA last year, although in the hitter-friendly PCL, the ERA was around 5.5, but he did go 10-8 for Las Vegas.
Yeah, not just a hitter-friendly league, but the most hitter-friendly ballpark you can think of at Cashman Field in Las Vegas, where center field is 435 feet away.
3-2, And a swing and a pop-up may have broken the bat. Third baseman Jones, he'll be called off by Scott Kelly in foul ground, who had a snow cone but hung on to it in front of the Patriot bullpen. A foul out for out number 1, and Marte remains at second base. 4-0, Somerset the lead. The Revs trying to at least put something on the board to answer that. And here's Joel Guzman, who did that and then some in his first at-bat last night. Straightaway center with his 6th home run. Comes in tonight hitting .310. That's tied for 8th in the league. The 6 homers are tied for 2nd. There's the stretch from Gorski, who deals and misses high and away. At home, in 17 games now, Guzman hitting .424 with 4 home runs, 16 driven in 17 home games. He's a man of the peoples.
I see what you did there.
There's the 1-0. And a swing and a well-hit ball deep to left field. It is gone! He's got another one! Parks a 2-run shot over the arch nemesis tonight. Another 2-run homer in the first inning for Joel. He launches it out to left. It's his 7th. And the Revs answer right back. It's 4-2. Just getting started tonight.
If there's one word to describe that, Daryl, it's majestic.
It was.
My goodness. There's not a better arch anywhere this side of St. Louis.
A nice, easy swing, and boy, that was a thing of beauty. High and deep, and Eggleston could only look. He knew it was gone. Here's Talbot Nash, who reached for one, and it carries to deep center, and Trayvon Robinson runs it down. How did he hit that thing that far? Almost 400 feet on a pitch down in the way that he reached for, and Robinson caught it approaching basically Nash's face on the LED board in left center. Now, if I saw Nash's face on that LED board, I'd just lay down and take the sack.
My goodness.
Here's Andres Perez with 2 down. He swings and ropes one down the line and left. That's a base hit. One hops the wall. He's going to try for 2. Eggleston couldn't pick it up. And Dre will roll in as he approaches the milestone a little bit closer. A 2-out double. And for Dre, he picks up hit number 499 with York at 998 of his pro career. One away from 500. And here's Brian Pounds. Revs with 3 hits, all for extra bases in this first inning. Not a bad response. And Gorski, the pitch to Pounds, and misses in the dirt. 4-2 our score. Also the 110th double for Dre, all time with York. Pounds, he's already driven in 5 on this homestand. He awaits as Gorski comes set, and the 1-0. Change up, missed down low. Pounds at 242 overall, but here at PeoplesBank Park hitting .328 with 2 of his 3 home runs, 15 of his 19 RBIs. On this hot night, a look at the flag. The wind is blowing out to left. Gorski delivers and missed inside. Fastball at 86 on the board. It's 3-0 now.
I'd swing away here. Gorski's been serving up gopher balls. He's going to need to put one across the plate right now. Why not take a shot?
We shall see. 3-0 pitch, and he takes a strike. Looked like he was gearing up, though. It was just outer half and not the one he wanted. Gorski 6 scoreless in a win against Long Island his last time out, but the Revs have gotten to him early tonight. Now the left-hander ready. The 3-1, and a called strike in. Pounds was on his way toward first. Compared to last night, the first inning strike zone has been like measured by acres. A full count. Michael Rocket on deck. Should Pounds keep the inning going? And Gorski looks in and ready. Here's the 3-2, and it's in the dirt. Skips off to the left. Perez saw it, took off. He'll move up. He goes to third. It's a walk and a wild pitch. Now Guzman's 7th home run. He's now all alone, second in the league in long balls. Makes a winner out of Stephen Brooks Jr. tonight on our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest. Stephen, you can shop by the Apple Chevrolet ticket office at your convenience.
They're hitting them so quickly we don't even have time to go through the bit.
Don't even try anymore. Just wait till we hit one.
Yeah. Number 41 this season. And we're not even to Memorial Day.
I would venture to guess that's a record. Here's Michael Rocket. And the pitch from Gorski is grounded toward the middle. Backhanded at second by Ferris. Throw to first will get him. And that ends the inning. But the Revs slice the deficit right in half right away. 2 runs on 3 hits, all for extra bases. 2 men left. We'll go to the second tonight. It's Somerset 4, York 2.
Broadway transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Hey Revs fans, want to get in the game? You can throw out an honorary first pitch this season by bringing a group to PeoplesBank Park. Select groups who reserve tickets in the month of May will receive a first pitch courtesy of Bell Socialization Services with support from Adhesives Research. For information, call Reed Gunderson at 717-801-4498. Celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, Bell provides housing supports and living skills training to more than 1,400 people every year here in South Central PA through its mental health, intellectual disability, and homeless service programs. Bell Socialization Services, empowering lives every day.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Pitchers might have vertigo after that first inning. Revs down 4-2. Trayvon Robinson will lead off the second. Corners in, and De La Cruz misses inside. I guess you have to... Well, and the Revs are upset after a strike that was called and that was in on Pounds. But I guess you have to expect anybody in their order to bunt, as De La Cruz misses high and away. Robinson greeted him with a bunt hit to start a game when he was leading off back in April.
Well, the corner infielders have come to expect it. Nash is way up on the grass, and Guzman's on the lip.
2-0. And it's over for a strike, a cutter. Robinson hitting just 245, under 200 the last week or so, but he has hit over 300 from this side of the plate. Switch hitter. The 2-1, and that's down in the dirt. 302 against lefties, 203 against right-handers. They had led off every game that he had played until last night. AAA with the Tigers and Diamondbacks last year. He swings here and drives it to deep center. James Simmons back, out of room. It is gone. Over the batter's eye in dead center field. Another night, and another hitter clears the baggie. And this time it's Robinson for Somerset, his 4th of the year, and it's 5-2.
Huh.
Now that I'm not sure we've seen. Back-to-back nights over that thing.
Maybe it's time to make it taller.
This might be like that 23-22 game the Phillies played at Wrigley back in the 70s. Here's Scott Kelly, who shows a bunt, and De La Cruz misses high. Kelly rounding out their order tonight. It's hitting at 259, got off to a really fast start, but has skidded since, and he tries to check on a slider, but went. 1 ball, 1 strike. He is the league leader in steals, though, with 15. Patriots have 54. That's 14 more than the next team. And there's a fastball strike, knee high on the inner black.
We're on pace not just for that Phillies game, Darryl, but a couple of days ago, the Lancaster Jethawks out in California won a 29-11 decision over Stockton.
Oh, yeah. It's a pitch inside, 2-2. I did see that.
God, how much ink do you use in a book for that game?
People were tweeting pictures of their score sheets from that night. I think they had 2 7-run innings. The 2-2, and a bouncer at third. Guzman backs up, plays the hop neatly. He'll snap it across to first in time, and 1 away here in the 2nd inning. Now we'll pause for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
1 down here in the 2nd inning. Somerset up 5-2. Here's Michael Jones at the top of the order. Corners are in, and De La Cruz misses in. Jones started the 1st inning with a 2nd pitch single off the arch nemesis, 9-game hitting streak, and he swings and ropes a foul that one-hops their bullpen bench with the relievers scattering down the third base line.
Glenn Barker's not a tall man, their third base coach. If he's any taller, he'd find himself a new head.
De La Cruz deals and misses down and away. Jones has hit over 500 on the hitting streak, which again has already been extended tonight. Now the 2-1, and that's in there. Cutter from De La Cruz. And that's maybe been his most effective pitch here early on. The wind and the 2-2, and he threw it in and jammed him. He fouls it off his foot. It rolls the whole way out to short. But Jones never left the box, and the plate ump, Joe Dalbalso, was on top of it. De La Cruz ready again. He fires and is swinging a foul back. Jones, a 4th-round pick of the Braves in '09. That's the team he grew up rooting for, Jacksonville native. And that's Braves country, Northeast Florida. Last year he was at AA and AAA with Atlanta. De La Cruz, a quick stride and a swing and a chop foul down to Glenn Barker at third. Taking a page out of Mike McClendon's book. Revs are without McClendon, who's back home in California at the moment. De La Cruz fires, and that misses outside. A full count on Jones. That 1st inning unfolded on only 19 pitches, but De La Cruz already at 19 now this inning with 1 out. Delivers home, And a swing and a little lob shot into shallow left for a hit. Could hear it thud as Jones hit it weakly off the end of the bat, but dumps it in. Shallow left center. It's a flare hit. He's 2 for 2. And this is a most wild start to our Saturday evening. Somerset with their 7th hit. Here's Aaron Eggleston, who was the first to bunt for a hit on back-to-back pitches last inning. And the first offering here is down low. Tejeda snaps it right out of the dirt. Guzman will be even with the grass at third here. Nash has to hold Jones, though, and in the first inning in that situation, Eggleston dragged it past De La Cruz, and at that point had a hit as Calvin throws over to first. Jones is 5th in the league in steals with 11. Been caught only 3 times. They've stolen 54. They've only been caught 10. The Revs have been caught 13, have only stolen 11. There's a pitch in the dirt as Tejeda scoops that again. It's now 2-0 on Eggleston. And with Somerset in front, they're even more likely to try to run. 54 steals. Lancaster is next with 40. The 2-0, and that's right in there for a strike.
Well, De La Cruz needs to get the outs. We looked, Darryl, at the bullpen that Mace put on the scorecard today. Only 6 guys in there. I'd have to think Michael Click would be up next to be the long man if Kelvin can't go any further, but he really needs to tonight.
Throw to first, back standing is Jones. Yeah, they used 6 guys last night. Checo wasn't listed, who had gone back-to-back days. Gailey wasn't listed, same deal. Tyrell Harris wasn't listed, same deal. Runner goes, pitch is a called strike. Tejeda dropped the ball, no throw, and Eggleston, a mini check swing, had his bat over the plate, but the plate signaled safe to rule that he did not interfere with it, and it's a stolen base for Jones, his 12th. That is Somerset's second in this series. Only one last night. A runner at second. And the 2-2 to Eggleston. He swings and bounces it softly toward first, but foul. It'll stop short of the coach's box. The home run from Robinson, that's the first that De La Cruz has given up this season. We mentioned his last start at New Britain. He had 10 base runners, 8 with 2 outs. All of the runs scored with 2 outs. He deals, and a swing and a chopper hits softly to second. Pounds will have to charge. He gloves it hip high and throws over to first. Charging in to get Eggleston. Jones moves to third. And here's one of those 2-out situations for De La Cruz to try to hold them to just the 1 run this inning. He's facing Eric Ferris, Somerset's leading hitter. With a runner at third and 2 outs. 5-2, the Patriots up. Ferris also a bunt hit in the first inning. He's now hit safely in 15 of his last 17. First pitch is up and in, and even with 2 outs, the corners have to play in just in case. De La Cruz to the belt. The 1-0. And a backdoor slider and a beauty. A called strike. That thing was a ball until the last split second when it hooked back. The Revs last season had, I think, maybe 4 successful squeeze bunts. Corners do back up now, and Ferris swings and grounds it to third, and Guzman's right there. Handles it on a sharp one-hopper and throws to first to end the inning. Though De La Cruz does limit them to just the 1 run on the homer, But Somerset continues the early offensive onslaught. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 left. Bottom of the second, it's 5-2 Somerset.
It's the angles, the ball skills, the corner kicks. It's knowing how to shield a defender off the ball. It's knowing how to make a wall pass. It's knowing how to curl the ball, how to chip it, how to trap it, how to launch it, how to finish it. It's soccer, and nobody knows that better than Flying Feet sports shoes. Flying Feet. Suit up for soccer at Flying Feet, where players new to the game find everything they need, and collegiate-level players find all that and more. Soccer shoes for men, women, and children from the names that know the game. Adidas, Diadora, Lotto, and Nike. Players choose Flying Feet to get the right shoe at the right price, plus a huge selection of soccer socks, soccer shorts, shin guards, and sports bags. Even referees get the nod at Flying Feet, where refs come for all their gear. Individual players, entire teams, if it's soccer, it's Flying Feet sports shoes, the sportswear specialty store without specialty store prices. Flying Feet. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, just off exit 18 of I-83, next to Battery Warehouse.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879, or my mobile is 487-2096, or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
Bottom of the second, it's 5-2 Somerset as Josh Wilson leads off and takes a little high. Wilson, Simmons, and back to the top, and Marte here in the second inning. Gorski, the lefty, deals and misses very high on Wilson, who's hitting at 250. 3 home runs, 7 driven in. Speaking of Pennsylvania high school baseball, Gorski a standout at Donegal. Pitch to Wilson is swung on and popped up foul and out of play, first base side. Wilson was the state player of the year in 1998. Drafted by the Marlins in the 3rd round out of high school. Passed up a scholarship to LSU. Mount Lebanon High School. Pitch to him is swung on and ripped, and a base hit to left. Over near the line, Eggleston had him played out toward the alley. This will be an easy double for Wilson as Eggleston floats it in toward third base. Leadoff double for the second time in as many innings for the Revs. And Josh Wilson jumps all over it. 4 hits, 4 extra base hits for the York offense to begin the night. Now here's James Simmons, who's on a 7-game hitting streak with extra base hits in 6 of those 7. A home run and 5 doubles, including 1 last night. Up to 240 hitting. First pitch is an inside strike call.
Yeah, he has been Mr. Double over the past week, and he's ridden that title to a tie for 3rd in the Atlantic League with 10. 1 back of the guys who are tied for 1st and 2nd.
Revs with 3 doubles and a homer already tonight. Gorski, the 0-1, and a swing and a bouncer, and Gorski will get to it, but Wilson will move up. The lefty turns and throws to first. So it's a productive out for Simmons, who angled it toward the third base side, but Michael Jones had to leave the bag just in case he needed to make a play on it. Gorski was able to get to it on 1 hop, but nobody was at third, and good base running from Josh Wilson to move up. He is at third with 1 away. Revs try to answer another run from Somerset. And here's Marte back at the top of the order. Led off the first with a double down the third base line. He should have been walked, but doubled and scored First pitch here, a curveball that breaks in tight, or a slider make that 1-0. Marte, the Dominican native. Here's the 1-0. And a swing and a fly ball foul, a little bit early on it. Left field side. Apparently, batting practice today was just otherworldly for the Revs. I missed it, but apparently Jason Repko hit like 10, and he's on the DL. 10 homers, that is. But Marte and Thurber have been very impressive in BP showings. Pitch to him is fouled back off the screen, 1-2.
Perhaps foreshadowing to this game already. The balls have just been flying here at PeoplesBank Park tonight.
From what I've heard, I'm really sorry I missed the 3:30 performance today. There's the stretch from Gorski. They set up in again. And the 1-2 nearly hit him. Fastball in near the pant legs. They kind of jammed him on that previous foul, and they went further in there, but missed. So now 2-2. And Gorski to the plate, and a changeup just missed. Down and away, and he's a little bit bothered. A full count now. Gorski did make it as high as AAA in the Mets system with Las Vegas. He had been with the Mets his entire career before this year. Now set at the belt. And the 3-2 missed high, and Marte on each of his first 2 times. He'll take the walk this time. And the Revs with runners at the corners for Isaias Tejeda. Second walk issued by Gorski. Now last night's hero coming up.
If he's got another one in, and we're tied already.
Could you imagine?
I could, actually.
Yeah, I could too.
The way he's been swinging the bat.
Tonight 0 for 1, a foul out to short. Now, when everybody comes in and talks about the Revs, this is one of the first names that comes up. First pitch is down low, a changeup. When other teams come in, one of the first guys that gets brought up is Tejeda and what he's done. And when you looked at the offseason signings, you thought maybe he'd be the backup or third catcher. Here's the 1-0. And that just missed. Plate ump flinched. Del Balso didn't give it to Gorski, who's shaking his head. They called it low, and it's 2-0. But Tejeda, being the young guy who wasn't an everyday guy in the Yankees system all the time, didn't quite know until you saw him, but the reports the Revs had were really good, and obviously we've seen that with a chance to play every day. Here's the stretch, a look at first, the 2-0, nearly hit him. Tejeda jumps back. Gorski really trying to force the ball in. He's nearly hit a couple, and now falls behind 3-0.
And sometimes it just takes a second chance for these guys. A clean break from a place where they've already been pigeonholed is something. You come here, a clean slate, and you can do this.
3-0 pitch, and he's taking. It finds the outside corner for a strike. Second in the league in hitting, entering the night. Top 5 in on base and slugging. Catching again tonight after all of that time spent in the outfield just to keep his bat in the lineup. Now move to first, and back standing is Marte. We had some tremendous photos from Joe Dahl yesterday of Tejeda during and after the home runs, and you can see the joy that he plays the game with. He's having so much fun.
He's got a smile that could light up this stadium if the lights ever go out.
3-1. Missed outside, close take, and Tejeda works the walk. And the bases loaded for Joel. What a chance for the Revs to answer here early in this game. Guzman is red hot. And a 2-run homer in the first for the second straight night, this time to left field, as he climbs in for his second at bat. He's all alone, second in the league with 7 homers, behind only Nash with 11. And the catcher, Jovan Gonzalez, is in the ear of Joe Del Balso, so Joel understands that, and then he'll wait before stepping in.
Yeah, he doesn't want any part of that.
Patriots have not been pleased. Now Gorski to the stretch. And the first pitch to Guzman is fouled back to the net. You know what he was thinking. He saw it up and pulled the trigger. Well, he only has to touch it, and it has a chance to take flight. He's a powerful man. Majestic shot in the first inning. His 5th in 18 home games. They set up in. And Gorski the 0-1, and that's too far in. A changeup, and Guzman backing up. Actually, it looked like a changeup out of the hand, but the board did have fastball speed. You probably wouldn't want to throw a changeup in anyway. Here's the stretch, the 1-1. And a swing and a miss, a changeup away. Now Gorski ahead of Guzman 1-2. He's really in trouble here. He's got to face Guzman with Nash waiting on deck. Flag still blowing out to left. Here's the stretch. The 1-2. And it missed down low. Another changeup. Guzman saw it and laid off. He's now hit 4 of his 7 homers off lefties as well. He's looking for something to feast on again. Gorski ready. The 2-2. Swung on, grounded foul. Trying to come in, and Guzman yanks it right down the third base side to keep the at-bat going. I guess it's hitting weather now.
No doubt. Still not warm enough for Joel to take his hoodie off during BP, but it is hitting weather.
Another 2-2. And a ground ball, base hit to left. Wilson in, they're going to send Marte around. He'll score easily. Throw comes into second, and it's 5-4. Joel Guzman with 4 RBIs in the first 2 innings tonight. That gives him 25 on the year now, and the Revs are within a run already.
Mark Mason may have unlocked the next level for his offense. He moved Guzman up to the 3-hole in time for this homestand. Telvin Nash now protecting the big fella Guzman, who has got tons of power potential and tons of potential just to spray it all over the field. Guzman was hitting well when he was primarily a 5th guy, but since he's been moved to 3, he's taken it to something else entirely.
That one ripped past Jones's diving effort at third. And Tejeda made it all the way to third. Joel has just taken the league lead in ribbies, Will.
25.
4 in the first 2 innings tonight.
Surpassing a couple of the Sugarland guys at the top.
2-run homer in the first, 2-run single in the second. Revs making the walks hurt Gorski as well. And that's their 5th hit tonight, their first single. First and third for Telvin Nash. Tying run is at third base. After a visit from pitching coach Corey Dommel. And a pitch from Gorski, swing and a miss. Nash didn't get cheated. First inning, I thought he was off balance and he hit one that was run down near the LED board in left center. Flew out to deep center his first time tonight. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a chopper foul, third base side, right behind Polo. Well, whether they score again here in the second inning or not, they have effectively erased that 4-run first. Down 4-0, they don't even bat an eye.
Well, 4-0 is nothing. They've seen 7-0 before this week.
There's the 0-2. And that misses down and in. It's off the charts what they're doing here at home, hitting .321, over 6.5 runs per game at home. All these guys up and down the order have been locked in here. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a bounce foul off the front of the Patriot dugout. And Nash spoils the slider from Gorski, and he'll force him to come up with something else. Paniagua coaching at first. He's all smiles, working with Guzman down there, who's got his lead. Sal enjoying watching this one from there. Pitch to Nash, a swing and a fly ball right center. And Tejeda will tag up. This one's shallow. Robinson comes all the way in. Tejeda's going to come home, and the throw hits the mound. He slides in and scores easily. And it's knocked loose by the catcher, Gonzalez, and Guzman moves up, beating the throw from Fields to second base. And this game is tied in the second inning, 5-5. The Revs have erased the early 4-run hole already. A sac fly for Nash. He drives in his 20th. And that was really shallow. But Tejeda testing the arm of Trayvon Robinson. He scored with no problem. And then it hit the mound, and Gonzalez boxed it, and Guzman moves up. And here's Andres Perez, who's sitting on 499 hits with York. A double in the first. And Gorski with the pitch, a swing and a skitter foul that made Polo leap at third base. They're really taking aim at him this inning.
He must have said something to him in the clubhouse.
Bad flips today. His flips are the best. Both the walks in this inning now have scored. Here's the 0-1 to Dre, and a swing and a bouncer toward third, just foul. Jones across the line to glove it. Well, no other batter in Revs history has ever gotten close to 500 hits. Perez is next. Will make him the first to reach that milestone. Next is James Shanks at 383. Nobody had ever gotten to 400 until last season. Here's the stretch from Gorski. And the 0-2 misses down and away, a changeup. Guzman at second, so if Perez comes up with hit number 500 here, it could give York the lead already tonight. After trailing 4-0 before they came to bat. Here's the stretch. And the 1-2. And a swing and a high fly foul early on the changeup, but launches it off a railing at the top of the stands in left and keeps the at-bat going. .499 hits with York, .998 as a pro, and Dre asks for time and bats a gnat away. Now the stretch from the lefty, setting up in. 1-2, almost hit him in the back foot. Again, Gorski misses to the inside part of the plate, and that evens things up.
56 pitches already for Gorski. We're not even out of the second inning.
Whew. On a hot, muggy night. He is set with it. And the 2-2. That's down in the dirt. A changeup. He'll go the distance on Perez. He was up 0-2. It's now 3-2. An energy-sapping evening if you've got a pitch count like this. Guzman the lead from second, checking. And Gorski, a peek back, now deals. And a swing and a rip foul. Perez a little early. Sent it past Polo again. As Gorski qualifies as the crafty type of lefty. The fastball has been no higher than 86. And Perez will have to sit back a bit. His hands are so quick. Well, the lefty shakes off and now nods yes. Ready at the belt. Another 3-2 and a swing and a miss. Got him on the changeup to end the inning. 3-2 changeup. But the Revs have come all the way back to tie it already. They score 3 this time on 2 hits. And 1 man left. We go to the third. It's a 5-5 game.
The more we help the ones in need, the more progress our community will make.
By focusing on quality education, income opportunities, and basic health care,
all of York County can have access to the building blocks of a good quality of life.
Together we can load the bases for our community
and hit a home run.
Give generously to the 2016 United Way Community Fund.
Find out more and give now at unitedway-york.org.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ross Brothers Barbecue is serving up the hits every Saturday night this season at PeoplesBank Park. Stop by Arch Street Eats on the third base corner and load up on delicious, fresh-made local barbecue. All of Ross' sauces and sides are made from scratch daily. All meats are smoked for an authentic barbecue done right. Ross Brothers also offers drive-through, dine-in, and carry-out from the restaurant at 3096 Carlisle Road in Dover, as well as delivery and full-service catering. Ross Brothers can cater any sized event from fundraisers to graduation parties to weddings. Ross Brothers Barbecue every Saturday night at PeoplesBank Park.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs have tied it already. 5-5. Small beans after the 7-0 deficit the other night. Brad Snyder will lead off the third, and De La Cruz, with new life in this one, pumps a strike in to begin the inning.
Well, sometimes pitchers pick up their hitters, sometimes hitters return the favor.
Pitch to Snyder is waved at, a slider. He swings and misses. 0-2 to begin the inning on Snyder, who had a 3-run double to dead center in the first. Middle third of the order, Fields and Gonzalez do also. And De La Cruz lifts and fires, and a swing and a liner caught at first. Telvin Nash got up off the dirt. A little hop, and he spears it, and there's one away.
He's a big fella, but he's very nimble over at first base. That's a ballet move into the air to get that one.
Probably not the 2-strike pitch De La Cruz wanted to make, but he's got the out. And checking that ball, he doesn't like it any longer, tosses it to the Revs dugout. And Polo tried to toss it front row and left it short. That's an E. Here is Matt Fields, who takes down low.
EP, right?
Yeah.
E-Polo.
Mark it down. There's the 1-0. And that's low on Matt Fields. He singled off the arch nemesis to drive in a run in the first. His 20th RBI. Pitch from De La Cruz, a swing and a miss. Behind 2-0, he threw him a big slow curve and got him to whiff. He is our K-man tonight. 5-5 tie here in the third inning. De La Cruz, the 2-1, and a line drive hit well to right. Alfredo Marte is there. He read it beautifully off the bat. Scampered back toward the edge of the track, and he hauls it in. 2 down. Great first step on that ball. That's our first look at Marte in right field. We were told he was a center fielder earlier in his career, but primarily corners now, and he looked really good there. 2 down. Here's Yovan Gonzalez. Pitch from De La Cruz, a changeup over for a strike. Hit into a double play in the first inning that Calvin sorely needed at the time. He deals home and a curveball looped to right. And Marte moving toward the line on this one. He's right there. He's got it. He had a silent first couple of innings in right, but handles the final 2 outs in a 1-2-3 third. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Revs and Patriots tied at 5.
Take it from me, guys. You want to make life happier? Your wife wants a nicer lawn. The kind of lawn you see on Home & Gardens and Martha Stewart. Here's a hint. You're not alone. Call your pals at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've got a way with lush lawns that the ladies like. And as you know, happy wifey, happy hubby. Winky face. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
Wednesdays are the worst. I've got to get the kids to school in time to get to work, then it's just one long day of meetings. But hey, at least I don't have to worry about making dinner.
Kids eat free with People's Bank. Save money at every Wednesday home game.
So now when the Revs are in town, I just pull into a People's Bank, pick up that week's coupon, and dinner is done. Revolution Wednesdays? Awesome. Revolution!
Thanks to People's Bank, kids eat free at every Wednesday home game. No need to be a People's Bank customer. Just pick up your coupon at any People's Bank branch and do dinner at PeoplesBank Park. 1 coupon per child per game.
Listen up, people. This is the Rich Eisen Show.
He's a professional. And I did tweet out on 4th and 19, go blue. Irvin took a picture of me in the NFL Game Day morning meeting room celebrating, and I stupidly looked at his phone and did it. And he tweets it out what Rich Eisen was like when he thought You Miss Football won. I can't show you what it was like when they did not win. Do friends do that to friends? No.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
Well, you got 50 cent for this vending machine.
Word up, Homer.
Tied at 5 as we go to the bottom of the third. Been hitting that vending machine for Gatorade today, and sky almost looks a little hazy now with how hot and humid it is. As Brian Pounds will lead off the home third.
Part of it's humidity, part of it is the jet trails from the hard-hit balls that we've had tonight.
Yeah. Really. Pounds a walk in the first inning. He'll lead it off. And Gorski's first pitch, a slider for a strike. Pounds rocket and Wilson do. Lefty deals, and a swing and a pop-up foul, first base side. Getting to be twilight here, which would maybe cool things off a bit. The wind in the 0-2. That's up and in. Gorski, 36 pitches in the second inning alone. He's now at 62 for the night. Here just beginning the third inning. fires home and missed low, a change up. Pounds started but stopped as they appeal down to first base. Gorski was not on the same page as the plate ump last inning, Joe Del Balso. Now into his windup and the 2-2. And a little tapper in front of the mound. Gorski in, gloves, turns, makes the throw to first in time. And Pounds retired. On our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report, Revs with Jason Repko placed on the DL yesterday, but it's a sore hamstring. They just don't want him running. They want him to rest it. And he took BP today, and Mace said he hit like 10 out. Somerset, David Vidal is sidelined with a groin injury, or a quad injury rather. Here's Michael Rocket, who loops a foul off to the right.
Well, it's Kirk Gibson's birthday. Maybe Jason is doing his best impression there. He can hit them all out. He just can't get around the bases without stumbling and needing a cane.
Here's the wind and the 0-1. And a swing on a high fly ball, left center field. Robinson and Eggleston converge, and it'll be Eggleston from left. Fairly deep out there. Rocket just got under it, though. Hit his first homer here the other night. That one he just got under it by a sliver on the baseball.
Under it and up higher on the bat than he would have wanted. You could hear it was sort of a crack instead of a crack.
We've been used to hearing rocket shots here at home from this team. Here's Josh Wilson. He takes a slider for a strike. 2 outs in the third. We're tied at 5. Both pitchers trying to put up their first zeros of the night. And the 0-1, that's inside, a 2-seamer. Wilson led off the second inning with a double and scored. The wind and the 1-1. And a swing and a miss on a high fastball. That one up there at 88. Patriots 4 in the first, 1 in the second. The Revs 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Now the lefty winds and deals and went up there again. Wilson this time does not. 2-2. And that was Gorski's 70th. Well, the lefty winds, kicks, strides home, and a called third strike that was outside. Wilson rung up, a 1-2-3 third for Gorski. Will DeBoer with the play-by-play as we head to the fourth. Revs and Patriots tied at 5.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
What's more fun and exciting than playing Pennsylvania Millions with top prizes of $1 million? Winning on the spot.
Woohoo! I won!
So if you can't wait to win, then don't wait to play. Pennsylvania Millions from the Pennsylvania Lottery for a chance to win up to $1 million on the spot. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Keep on scratching. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Eric Hosmer's got nothing on this. Mad Dash Grilled Cheese is comfort food at its finest. Mad Dash is Central PA's favorite artisan grilled cheese truck, bringing you creative concoctions with the freshest and most flavorful ingredients. Available for food truck festivals, weddings, corporate, and private caterings. Find Mad Dash this year along the third base line at PeoplesBank Park for all York Revolution home games. Call 717-574-5168 or visit online at mad-grilledcheese.com. Mad Dash Artisan Grilled Cheese. Welcome home.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the fourth inning from PeoplesBank Park. Revs and Patriots knotted up at 5 apiece as Kelvin De La Cruz's first pitch is swung on and fouled back by Carlos Guzman off the end of the stick, and it's 0-1. Guzman, Robinson, and Kelly, the bottom of the order, due up against Kelvin De La Cruz, who settled in for a 9-pitch top of the third to get his pitch count back to ordinary. That was number 57 for him as we've just started the fourth inning. Now the 0-1. Fastball at the knees, a called strike 2. If you're just tuning in, it might as well be a 0-0 game, but all the action that made it this has been spectacular. 0-2 pitch, low and away, taken by Guzman for ball 1. 4 runs in the top of the first by Somerset. They had all 4 runs home on the first 9 pitches. A couple of drag bunts, a 3-run double by Brad Snyder. Matt Fields with a single. Now the 1-2 pitch, just tipped off the end of the bat once again, and it's still 1-2. Somerset threatened to blow it open by taking that 4-run lead into the bottom of the first inning. Joel Guzman brought them right back. 2-run homer majestically over the arch nemesis, and we got a call from our scoreboard guy a couple minutes ago. The thing finally landed. 1-2 pitch, reached for and tapped over to first, taken on 2 hops by Nash, who flips to De La Cruz, steps on the bag, 1 away, 3-1 in your scorecard. That made it 4-2 after the first. And at the top of the second inning, a solo home run by Trayvon Robinson to lead things off, made it 5-2. York responding with 3 of their own in the bottom of the second inning. Josh Wilson, the leadoff double. Couple of runs, or walks rather, led to a couple of runs as Joel Guzman singled home 2 more. He's now the Atlantic League leader with 25 RBIs, and then Nash a sac fly to tie it. And there's Trayvon Robinson, who pokes it under the glove of Joel Guzman, who was playing in, anticipating the bunt. He couldn't anticipate that, and Robinson's 2 for 2 today. Now it's Scott Kelly, 9th batter in the order for the Patriots. But you talk about speed at the bottom of the order. Kelly with 15 stolen bases this year. Doesn't get on entirely often, a .259 hitter, but when he gets on, he wreaks havoc. He's a havoc wreaker. And De La Cruz tosses over to first base to hold Robinson aboard. Robinson is also a havoc wreaker. He's stolen 4 bases this year. Primarily the leadoff man for Somerset. He's hit 8th the last 2 days. And Kelvin makes one more toss over. A sweep by Nash misses. York and Somerset 5-all as we're in the top of the 4th inning. It's Robinson on first with 1 out. Kelvin De La Cruz hoping for a ground ball. And one quick enough to cancel out the speed of these Patriot base runners. Now Kelvin sets, looks at first. Here's the kick and the first pitch. Jammed him inside. Kelly trickles it foul, and it's 0-1. A look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Doubleheader in Long Island today. Ducks took the day game 6-0 over New Britain. A clean 2 hours and 3 minutes on that one. The night game tonight, New Britain leads Long Island 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th. Kelly, drag bunt, pokes it down the first base line. That one will roll on the grass. Textbook bunt from Scott Kelly. It's the 3rd drag bunt for a base hit of the game for Somerset. And that sets the table for the top of the order in Michael Jones. Well, it's been their bread and butter this evening. Bunting for a hit. Infield chaos. And now it sets up Michael Jones the chance to go 3 for 3 on his night. A couple of singles and a run and a stolen base. De La Cruz's first pitch is low for ball 1. Michael now on that 8-game hitting streak. Approaching 300 for the season. 1-0. Popped him up. Drifting foul and into the first row behind the first base dugout. Snagged and taken on the hop by a fan from Manchester. Good sized Saturday night crowd, braving the heat and the humidity. It must have gone up 10 degrees just with all the offense that's gone on the board. 1-1 pitch is at the knees for ball 2. Snap throw by Tejeda, tries to get Robinson napping off of second base, but Trayvon's back well in time. And the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Michael Jones, Miami-Dade Community College product. And he slaps this one out into right field. Oncoming is Marte. Didn't get a great jump on it. Fakes the catch. Now he's throwing home as Robinson tries to score. The throw is up the line at third base. It's an RBI single for Michael Jones, and Somerset's retaking the lead at 6-5. Kelly to second base. Jones is 3 for 3 tonight. And now he does have the average over 300. And now Paul Fletcher will come out and have a talk with Calvin De La Cruz, who seemed to settle down in the second and the third innings, but now he's given up 3 straight hits, 1 hard hit, 1 drag bunt, and 1 little blooper into right field. Finishing up the out-of-town scoreboard. Bottom of the 5th from Harbor Yard in Bridgeport. Bluefish down 7-5 to Southern Maryland. A game even wilder than this one, believe it or not. And a game that has implications in the Freedom Division standings. Sugar Land at Lancaster. Skeeters and Barnstormers tied 1 apiece in the top of the 4th. Well, Michael Click, as expected, the first man up in the bullpen for the Revolution. He is warming now. Runners go. It's a double steal attempt. Tejeda's throw down to third base is not in time. Kelly up to third. Jones to second, his second stolen base of the day. And that puts men in scoring position with fewer than 2 outs for Aaron Eggleston, who's got 1 ball and no strikes against him. The 1-0, right down George Street on a breaking ball for called strike 1. Eggleston is 1 for 2. Bunt single and a run back in the first inning. Nice summer in the city organ sting there. 1-1, nearly in the dirt, and it's ball 2. Somerset 6 runs on 9 hits, no errors. York 5 runs on 5 hits, also with no errors. The infield is playing back. They will concede the run if they can get a ground ball. 2-1, right up the middle over De La Cruz. Wilson's got it in the hole. The throw to first is in time. In to score is Kelly. It's an RBI ground out for Aaron Eggleston, and Somerset's up 7-5. So with 2 down and Michael Jones on third base, Eric Ferris will come to the dish. Ferris, 1 for 2. Drag, bunt, and a single. Stop me if you've heard that one before. Low first pitch from Kelvin for ball 1. 73rd pitch of the evening for Kelvin De La Cruz. Up that pitch count in your mind with the extreme heat of tonight. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, catches outer black, called strike 1. Ferris, a top 10 hitter in the Atlantic League. Loves this situation too. 3-0-4 hitter with men on scoring position and 2 outs. He's driven home 6 in this scenario. Does he have a 7th? It's a fly ball out to left field. Long run for Simmons, but he gets to it. Hangs up there for him. like a picture on the wall. He makes the catch, side retired. But a couple of more runs for the Patriots as they retake the lead. RBI single by Michael Jones and the ground out by Aaron Eggleston. All in all, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. Middle of the 4th, your score, Somerset 7, York 5 here on Revs Radio, WOYK.
Come and celebrate 10 years of York Revolution baseball with the Celebrate York Series presented by Memorial Hospital. The series honors significant contributions from York, Pennsylvania's most notable events and favorite citizens with giveaways every Friday night home game. The series continues on Friday, June 3rd with a bobblehead of York High Zone NFL Hall of Famer Chris Dolman. Visit YorkRevolution.com for more details. It's the Celebrate York Series, proudly presented by Memorial Hospital for the York Revolution's 10th anniversary season.
It's time again for York Mitsubishi's Memorial Day sale going on all month long with huge savings on all 2016 Outlanders, Lancers, Mirages, and Outlander Sports. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months or rebates and discounts up to $4,000. And as always, every new Mitsubishi gets our famous 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So stop by York Mitsubishi during our Memorial Day sale going on all month long just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue, York Mitsubishi, where Mitsubishis always cost less.
The York Revolution celebrate their 10th anniversary with 20 giveaways and entertainment all season long. On Friday, June 3rd, the Memorial Hospital Celebrate York Series continues with the Chris Dolman bobblehead. On Saturday, June 3rd, it's another spectacular Inside the Park fireworks display. And every Sunday includes an autograph session, Catch on the Field, and Kids Run the Bases presented by Commonwealth Charter Academy. Plus, Dollar Hot Dog Days presented by Hatfield Quality Meats. Get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
James Simmons digs in as we begin the bottom of the 4th inning. York facing a deficit once again. It's 7-5 in the 4th inning. Darren Gorski with new life. There's a wave and a whiff. Had a breaking ball outside for called, swung on strike 1. Simmons, a comebacker in the 2nd inning. 1-0, swung on and missed. Same sort of floating breaking ball. Same result, strike 2. Simmons went without a strikeout yesterday. Still leads the league with 45 whiffs on the season. Now Gorski with the 0-2. Skips that one in the dirt. It trickles to the backstop, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Simmons not hitting spectacularly over his 7-game hitting streak. He's only 7 for 27 over that stretch, so exactly 1 hit per game. 1-2 pitch, bouncing ball over to third, taken on a short hop by Jones. Nice scoop, throw to first in time, 1 away. But he can usually be counted on to give the Revs 1 hit a night, and that 1 hit is going to have to wait for at least another inning. So with 1 down and the Revs trying to get back into a 7-5 ball game, Alfredo Marte, the man who got them back into a 4-0 game in the 1st inning, comes to bat. Marte, a double, a walk, and 2 runs. And he watches that one bounce in the dirt again for ball 1. Marte and Gorski were both in the Pacific Coast League at relatively similar times. 13, 14, much of 15. There's a swing and a miss. 84 mile an hour, and Marte was winding up to crank one. Comes up with error for strike 1. Strangely enough, never faced each other in the PCL, but now they are here on the opposite coast. And Marte lifts one foul. Takes a short hop against the wall on the first base side, foul. And a Revs bullpen pitcher will come up and hand it off to someone in the crowd. Oh, let's give it to the young man from Fawn Grove. Here is the next pitch. It's low and away for ball 2. 2-2 the count to Alfredo Marte. From Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. The 2-2 pitch. And that just dips below the knees. Close but no cigar for Gorski, who's been getting that call go against him all night long. And now, for the third straight time, he goes full against Marte. Alfredo's seeing quite a bit of pitches today. The payoff pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Darren wins that battle. Marte goes all helicopter and a slider in the dirt. And it's 2 up and 2 down in the fourth inning as we pause 10 seconds for station ID here on Revs Radio WOYK.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Will DeBoer with you in the press room here at PeoplesBank Park, the press box. It's full of many rooms, and I'm in one of them. Isaiah Tejeda makes his room in the batter's box, and he takes low and inside for ball 1. Tejeda, a foul out to short, and then a walk and a run in this ball game. Man who broke through to become the top hitter for the Revs and one of the top in the Atlantic League. Hook that doesn't hook. It sails way outside for ball 2. Tejeda got a couple of hits innocently enough on May 4th, a nightcap against Bridgeport, and then hit in 10 straight games after that. 2-0 pitch that taken at the knees, a called strike 1. And since getting on that hitting streak, Isaiah Tejeda is hitting well over 300. In fact, he's hitting 392 since May 4th. And a fly ball out into right center field, easily playable for Guzman, who moves to his right, walks, catches with 2 hands, nice fundamentals, side retired. Another 1-2-3 inning for Darren Gorski, who was retired 8 in a row. Revs go down in order. End of the fourth, your score, Somerset 7, York 5 here on Revs Radio WOYK.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
This Sunday, join the York Revolution for Princess Day. Meet Anna and Elsa of Frozen from noon to 2. Play in an inflatable castle. Make your own crown and enter to win a drawing of Elsa in a Revolution jersey. Get details and tickets at YorkRevolution.com. Princess Day, where PeoplesBank Park is an open door.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Calvin De La Cruz's first pitch to Brad Snyder misses low and away for ball 1. We're underway in the top of the 5th inning. Patriots leading 7-5. And there's a worm burner over to second base, picked by Pounds. Easy throw to first in time. And De La Cruz has retired the first man of the inning. Relatively benign last 2 innings, just 2 runs between the two sides after they played it at 10 between themselves in the first 2 innings. Now it's Matt Fields. RBI single for him back in the first. He takes low and in for ball 1. Fields from Seattle, Washington. Last with the Omaha Storm Chasers in the Pacific Coast League. He fouls this one away towards the first base concourse. That's the Royals AAA affiliate, where he hit .244 over 53 games with 4 home runs and 25 RBIs. And I'm sure even in that league he never heard breadsticks. There's a, I don't know how else to say it, a terrible swing at a ball that was in the dirt. He tried to golf it up there. He went fishing and came up with a tin can and whatever was in the tin can. It may be breadsticks. He's down in the count 1-2. De La Cruz looking for the punch out. Into the wind, the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled. No, he missed the ball. Tejeda dropped it, applies a tag to Fields' Fanny, and there is the punch out. Number 2 for De La Cruz, and it gives free Little Caesars Crazy Bread breadsticks to everyone in the crowd. Yay, carbs! So 2 up and 2 down. Now it's Yovan Gonzalez bouncing to a double play in the first inning. First pitch to him, missed above the letters. It's ball 1. Yovan with his first home run of the season last night. 1-0, that's low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. That one got out of here in a hurry over the arch nemesis. 2-0 pitch, and there's a breaking ball right down George Street, called strike 1. Both the Revs and the Patriots have really loved that wall so far in this series. And there's a drive out into right field, but Marte got a good jump on it, runs it down with ease, makes the catch, side retired. Alfredo Marte showing off his chops again in right field. It's another 1-2-3 inning for De La Cruz. Patriots go in order, mid-5th your score, Somerset 7 and York 5 here on Revs Radio WOYK.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at your Sure Save neighborhood markets. Use your gold card every time you shop and you automatically receive savings and rewards. And get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Sobel's Markets, Wetzel's Market, and also at Nell's Market Fresh Foods. Always a hit and always great savings.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Bottom of the 5th from PeoplesBank Park. Patriots leading the Revs 7-5. Darren Gorski is retired 7 in a row, and now he will face a man who has given him fits all night long, Joel Guzman. 4 RBIs already, a 2-run homer in the first that may be still taking a path to the West Coast through the air, and then a 2-run single in the second. Now the league leader in RBIs with 25 driven in. Gorski likes his sign emphatically from Gonzalez. And the first pitch, a swing and a miss, and a breaking ball in the dirt for strike 1. Well, Gorski, a former Las Vegas 51, that's the Mets AAA ball club, and his buddy Noah Syndergaard just ejected from the Mets-Dodgers game tonight. 0-1 pitch, that one is below the knees for ball 1. Ump ruled that Syndergaard intentionally threw behind Chase Utley with a third inning pitch. Of course, Chase Utley, public enemy number 1 in Queens nowadays, as Guzman goes fishing a slider for strike 2. Hard-nosed baseball that Syndergaard may have learned under the tutelage of Wally Backman in Las Vegas, and we can assume that Gorski learned the same sort of hard-nosed baseball from a hard-nosed player in Bachman. 1-2 pitch, warm burner to short to his left. Kelly picks, throws in time, 1 away. Make that 8 in a row for Gorski, who's up to 90 pitches now in the 5th inning. Maybe it for him. They've got hand warming in the pen right now. But you look at where Gorski was, 59 pitches in the first 2. You thought he could not have nearly been long for this game, but he has settled in and really made it work. Telvin Nash takes a breaking ball inside black for called strike 1. These things just look like wiffle balls up there as they come, as Gorski bounces one to the plate. 1-1. Now Darren into the wind. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Chased on Nash, went for the fastball outside, and it's strike 2. Gorski, his career in the minor leagues, 52-38 with a 3.82 ERA. Had over 7 seasons. 1-2 pitch and a fastball missed outside for ball 2. It's the Glowman on a Saturday night here at PeoplesBank Park. Sun dipping down, the temperature going with it. Fans packing themselves in, already enjoying an entertaining game. Nash, a hard ground ball fouled down the third base line. Wind blowing out to left field. Telvin Nash, things going so well that even the elements are in his wheelhouse. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Gorski tied him up inside. 9 in a row retired by Darren Gorski. That his second strikeout, and it's 2 up and 2 down in the 5th. So here's Andres Perez, latest chance at 500 in his Revs career. $4.99 in the York uniform, $9.98 as a pro. He can knock out one milestone with a good swing right here. First pitch, coming inside, ball 1. Perez banged a double to left that took a couple of hops up against the arch nemesis. That was back in the first inning. He got to third on a wild pitch before being stranded. 1-0. Low and inside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Revs trying to fight back from a 7-5 deficit. They have been down by as much as 4 in this game. Although you'd hardly know it if you tuned in late. 10 runs scored between the two sides in the first 2 innings, and it was all for a wash. It was 5-5. 2-0 pitch. Chopped a ground ball foul down the third base line, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. The difference in this game right now is the 2 that Somerset scored in the top of the 4th. RBI single by Michael Jones after a couple of bunts and then a ground out by Eggleston. 2-1 pitch. A little nubber back to the hill. Gorski charges hard. He gives way to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez, the catcher, with a laser throw to first in time for the out. Perez can't leg out an infield single for his 500th. And that will retire the side. Darren Gorski, 100 pitches through 5 innings. He will qualify for the win if this is indeed it for him. Settled down, he's retired 10 in a row. Revs go in order. Your score after 5 of an official ball game. Somerset 7, York 5, here on Revs Radio, WOYK.
And here we go, folks. She steps up to the box. This is a real pressure situation. 2 kids tugging at her blouse, a long line of customers, and only 30 minutes to get in, get a dozen Maple Donuts, and get to the party.
Oh, boy, look at the time.
One of Charlie Donuts All-Stars winds up, and here's the pitch.
Welcome to Maple Donuts. Can I help you? Yes. No. I'm sorry. I'm not quite ready.
Oh, she steps out. The pressure may be too much, folks. No, wait. What's this? A meeting at the plate?
Okay, Mommy needs to order our maple donuts now. Can you two be good, please?
And she steps back up to the box.
All ready now? I am.
She's swinging for the fences.
I'll have 4 glazed, 3 vanilla sprinkles, 3 chocolate icing, 2 jelly filled, and 1 chocolate peanut covered.
Wow, that was Major League. She read every stitch of that fastball and knocked it clean out of the park.
Enjoy your maple donuts. Oh, we will. Okay, kids, let's go. Let's get these maple donuts to the party.
There you have it, folks. Maple Donuts, 58 varieties. Ready whenever you need to step up to the plate.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Well, I finally did it. I took my dad's advice and joined his credit union.
Which one?
PSECU. I'm eligible because my dad's a member, but I joined through work.
Really? I thought you had to work for the state.
A lot of people think that, but there are lots of ways to be eligible.
I'm not really thrilled with my bank and all their fees. I need to check them out.
Definitely. It's worth the switch.
PSCCU is the credit union for you. Find your way at psccu.com/join. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
First pitch fouled back by Carlos Guzman as we start the top of the 6th inning. Everybody's itching and really raring to go. Your score, Patriots up 7-5. Will DeBoer with you on Revs Radio WOYK. Kelvin De La Cruz out there for the 6th inning. 0-1, tapped foul once again, and it's 0-2. Guzman, a strikeout and a ground out to first. His first 2 times to the plate. His third look at De La Cruz, who for a while appeared that he wouldn't get out of the first inning. 5 straight hits, leading to 4 runs for Somerset on just 9 pitches. 0-2, and there's a tapper foul once again. And really, it was how quickly Somerset jumped on Kelvin that has enabled him to stay in this game. He only threw 19 pitches, and 10 of them coming after all the runs in the inning were scored. Since then, settled in, given up 3 since, but he's in the 6th inning right now for just the 2nd time this year, and there's a chase at a breaking ball. Nice movement from De La Cruz. Guzman is retired by way of the K, 2nd time tonight. And for De La Cruz, his 3rd punch out. Oh, that dive bombed. Sign him up for the fleet of birds that Alfred Hitchcock hired for that movie in the 60s. Played at the Capitol Theater here in York a couple of weeks ago. Trayvon Robinson swings through a fastball, tipped it into the mid of Tejeda for strike 1. Trayvon went deep in the 2nd inning to dead center field. 0-1, that's low and in, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Jacksonville man, not much of a home run hitter. 1-1, a tapper over to third, past an outstretched Guzman into left. He took the Baltimore chop and got a lot of velocity on that one. And Robinson is 3 for 3 tonight. Home run, single, and single. And that may be it for De La Cruz. In fact, it probably is. Here comes Mark Mason onto the hill. He comes to take the ball from Kelvin after 92 pitches. He battled all night. ERA will go up, but Kelvin De La Cruz is out after 5 1/3 innings, matching his longest outing of the season. This pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts, and it's Michael Click who is getting his first action in 4 days. He'll be tasked with calming down the Patriots in the top of the 6th inning. Michael Click, 27 years old, from Media, Pennsylvania, making his 15th appearance of the year. That's tops on the team. Greg, our scorekeeper, saying that Kelvin De La Cruz threw 93 pitches. 5 1/3 innings for Kelvin. He's given up 11 hits. That's a new season high for a Revs pitcher. 7 runs so far, all of them earned, and he's still responsible for the man on first base. No walks for Kelvin, so there's one bright side and 3 strikeouts. So for Michael Click, in the previous 14 appearances, he's 1-1 with a save. That came in a doubleheader against Southern Maryland earlier this month. 5.62 ERA for Mikey. He had one bad outing, a 6-run 9th inning against Sugar Land back on May 1st. And he's been working to get that ERA down ever since. 6 earned runs in that trip to the hill, just 4 in the other 13. Click coming off of a scoreless inning against Southern Maryland back on, Wednesday, in the midst of that crazy comeback by the Revolution. Click was the man in the 8th inning. Actually, no, that was in the series opener when the Revolution won 10-0. Well, Click finishing his warm-up toss. He's got that catapult-like delivery. And Michael's ready. Scott Kelly comes up next. He's batting with Robinson on first and 1 out in the top of the 6th. Kelly himself, a single on a bunt, a stolen base, and a run. That came back in the 4th inning. He is 1 for 2 today. Click makes his entrance at dusk here in South Central PA. The sky, a couple of different shades of blue, descending from darkest to light. First pitch to Kelly is up and in at 93 miles an hour for ball 1. Different look now for the Patriots as they're seeing a right-hander for the first time tonight. Click coming on to neutralize both Kelly and Jones, who are righties, the next 2 hitters in the order for Somerset. Trying to hold on to this 7-5 York lead. 1-0 pitch and a rocket into left field. That falls for a base hit. Scott Kelly with his 2nd hit of the night. 12 on the evening for Somerset. And back-to-back singles sets the table for the top of the order, and a man who has not been retired yet today, Michael Jones. Jonesy, 3 singles, 2 stolen bases, an RBI and a run, and a partridge in a pear tree. He stands in square stance. Stands pretty straight up. Very nonchalant batting stance in that right-handed box. First pitch, and he takes right down the middle for ball 1. Don't know where that missed. 2 speedsters on the base paths. Robinson and Kelly, 2nd and 1st, trying to blaze a trail to a couple of more runs. 1-0 pitch. There's a strike at the letters, and the count goes even. Well, for De La Cruz, this match is his longest outing of the season. He lasted 5 1/3 innings at Lancaster back on May 16th. Left that game tied 2-2. Took the loss when an inherited runner scored as Jones slaps it foul about halfway up the first base side bleachers, and it's 1-2. Two strikes now on Jones, who hits .386 with runners on base, 14 RBIs. Click is ready, first base side of the rubber for Mikey. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. Blew a fastball by him at 93. First punch out for Click, and it's 2 away in the top of the 6th inning. That brings up Aaron Eggleston. 1 for 3, a single, a run, and an RBI for Mr. Eggleston today. Those neon batting gloves and the golden spikes He's a big man. You should be careful. I hear they're going to tear him down and put up an airport where he's standing. Click's first pitch is way outside for ball one. Nice snap back by Tejeda, and it's 1-0. Patriots 7 runs on 12 hits. York 5 runs on 5 hits. No errors for both sides. The Revs have not been on base since the second inning when they scored those tying runs. 1-0, a strike at the knees at 93, and the count is even at 1-1. Completely neutralized by Darren Gorski, who locked in once York tied it up. 10 in a row retired by the local kid. Fought through the butterflies and put together a pretty nice night as far as 5-run nights are concerned. Click crouching way in to get the sign from Tejeda. Now he's ready. Sets at the belt. Looks back at second. The kick in the 1-1. He's in the dirt. Ball 2. Somerset trying to recapture the magic that propelled them to 13 straight wins to begin the Atlantic League season. Couple that with the championship they won last year, and it appeared that team would never lose. Well, all the losses caught up with them in a hurry. And now just 20 and 15. 2-1 pitch, a little tapper in front of the plate. Tejeda comes out from behind his perch, makes the throw over to first, side retired. Michael Click puts out the fire, strands a couple men aboard. For the Patriots, no runs on 2 hits. No errors, 2 left on. Middle of the 6th, your score, Somerset 7, York 5, here on Revs Radio, WOYK.
Did you send that email?
No, the server's down.
Again? That's the 3rd time this week. Did you call support?
Sure, great hold music for the last hour.
There's got to be a better way.
There is. Let SoCo Business Solutions maintain your current IT environment, evaluate your current systems, or provide support that's local and responsive. Contact SoCo at 717-505-8080 and let us be your IT solutions provider. That's 717-505-8080 or online at SoCoBusinessSolutions.com.
Wednesdays are the worst. I've got to get the kids to school in time, to get to work, then it's just one long day of meetings. But hey, at least I don't have to worry about making dinner.
Kids eat free with People's Bank. Save money at every Wednesday home game.
So now when the Revs are in town, I just pull into a People's Bank, pick up that week's coupon, and dinner is done. Revolution Wednesdays? Awesome. Revolution!
Thanks to People's Bank, kids eat free at every Wednesday home game. No need to be a People's Bank customer. Just pick up your coupon at any People's Bank branch and do dinner at PeoplesBank Park. 1 coupon per child per game.
The York Revolution celebrate their 10th anniversary with 20 giveaways and entertainment all season long. On Friday, June 3rd, the Memorial Hospital Celebrate York series continues with the Chris Dolman bobblehead. On Saturday, June 3rd, it's another spectacular Inside the Park fireworks display. And every Sunday includes an autograph session, Catch on the Field, and Kids Run the Bases presented by Commonwealth Charter Academy. Plus, Dollar Hot Dog Days presented by Hatfield Quality Meats. Get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com.
On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 6th from PeoplesBank Park. Somerset up 7-5. Going to the bullpen. This pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Right-hander Donovan Hand is on to neutralize this all right-handed lineup of the York Revolution. Relieving Darren Gorski after 5 innings. The first 2 not so quality. The last 3 some kind of quality. Hand will face Pounds, Rocket, and Wilson. 6, 7, and 8 hitters up first. And the first pitch to Brian Pounds is a fastball at the belt for called strike 1. 4 of a kind for Darren Gorski. He would do well back in Vegas where he played last. Not so well right here. 5 runs, all of them earned on 5 hits in 5 innings. Pounds takes low and away for ball 1. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts on 100 pitches exactly for Gorski. But get this, he leaves with the lead and a chance to win the game. That by virtue of Somerset's 7 runs thus far. Pounds today, a walk and a comebacker. And he watches the fastball catch the outside corner for called strike 1. A little bit incredulous that time is Brian Pounds. He will stand back in. Average is not quite there for Pounds this year. Everything else is. 1-2 pitch. That is low and outside, and it bounces off the protecting knee pad, I guess, of Gonzalez and flies way away to the backstop. Mickey Story now warming up in the Somerset bullpen. It appears that Brett Jody will have a short leash for his man Hand. 2-2 pitch. That skips and gets away from Gonzalez. The appeal over to first base. No, says Carlos Deno. He did not go around, and so the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Revs trying to get back into it, a 7-5 deficit. It's been that way since the 4th inning. They have not had a base runner since Joel Guzman's 2-run single in the 2nd. Last run of that inning scored on a sac fly by Telvin Nash, and it's been goose eggs all around ever since. 10 in a row sat down by Darren Gorski to exit the game. And 3-2 is chopped foul. Now make that 11 in a row to end it for Gorski. The sac fly does indeed count as an out. Productive out, but an out nonetheless, so 11 in a row the Revs have sent up to the plate, and 11 in a row have gone back to the dugout empty-handed. Payoff pitch coming from Hand to Pounds. Popped him up. Middle of the infield, that one drifting out into center field. Converging on it is 5 Patriot fielders. Center field was way back. The right and left fielders came in on each other. The second base and shortstop came out for it. So apparently Somerset rehearsing for the Atlantic League synchronized swimming competition that time, and who ended up getting that one? Right field, right? All right, so Guzman will have a very strange looking but strangely beautiful out. Half expect Tchaikovsky to be playing in the background of that one.
Now, Robinson never saw it. I thought Eggleston and Guzman were going to smack heads. I mean, they were going straight at each other.
I would have loved to have the drone cam on that one. It would have looked like a marching band performance. Michael Rocket rolls one up the middle, out of reach of Kelly. It's into center, a base hit. So Michael Rocket, the first man to reach since the 2nd for the Revs. They had gone down 12 in a row. No Baker's dozen for Somerset pitching, though. And now Josh Wilson will come up, tasked with keeping the line moving. Wilson, a double and a run back in the 2nd inning. Wilson steps the right foot in. Now he digs in himself. Major League veteran. Faces Hand from the stretch, breaking balls low and away for ball 1. Wilson trying to come through in a spotlight, just like the Stage Deli's got the spotlight. Outstanding soup, salad, and sandwiches. First Friday is coming up in 6 days. The stage will be open late. Mention the Revs and get 10% off your order. Hand with the 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Snap throw over to first base. Rocket barely gets the hand back in there. Michael was leaning towards second base as that one came out of Hand's hand. There's really not many things that Donovan Hand could have done in this life aside from pitch or be a chef or a mechanic. He probably couldn't have been a soccer player unless he was a goalie.
Excellent point, Will.
Quality analysis you get here on WOYK. And there's a drive deep into left field. Do we have quality hits as well? It's off of the arch nemesis. Wilson racing to second. The throw in is not in time. Josh Wilson has his second double of the game. Rocket goes to third. The Revs with the tying runs in scoring position.
Well, Eggleston got a perfect bounce again. And when I looked down and saw Wilson, he was maybe halfway to second, and he realized, I mean, he knew off the bat, but he realized he really had to bust it, and his closing speed to get to second, that was really impressive. He was like a blur, and you did not want to be in his way there sliding in. He went in hard and made sure that he got the double on it.
Doing his best IndyCar impression on the day before the 100th 500. And now we see a visit on the hill. That's not Brett Jody, that's the pitching coach, Corey Dommel. Telling Hand to be careful because you've got a doubles machine coming to the plate. James Simmons, third in the league with 10 two-sackers. So the Revolution, it took a little while to wake back up again. They went into siesta after tying it in the second inning. 12 in a row retired. But a seeing eye single for Rocket and a double banged halfway up the wall by Wilson puts the tying runs on second and third with one down in the sixth. Revs on the verge, perhaps, of getting back into this thing. They're down 7-5, and James Simmons, who's 0 for 2, a chance to do it. Infield's playing back. They'll surrender at least one. Doesn't matter. Looped into left. Base hit. Rocket scores. Wilson held at third. James Simmons, an RBI single. The hitting streak is at 8, and the Revs are within 1 at 7-6.
Well, great job from Simmons. He was looking for something first pitch. He got it. He jumped on it. And the snoozing beast seems to have been awoken here in the sixth inning, that being the Revs offense. A little siesta through the middle innings, and credit to Gorski, who, I mean, anybody would have been exhausted after those first two in this heat. But he did finish really strong. Revs trying to get to the bullpen there now, and so far, so good.
Now it's Alfredo Marte. His first game, a chance to really endear himself to the fans. 1 for 2 with a double and a couple of runs today. Hand from the stretch. Breaking ball, outer black called strike one. Emphatic call from Joe Del Balzo.
I waited almost till it was being thrown back to the pitcher to decide to call it a strike.
It is Wilson on third, Simmons on first, one down. The 0-1, that's in the dirt. Off with the mask for Gonzalez. He keeps it in front of him, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield at double play depth. Kelly and Ferris hoping for a sharp ground ball in their direction. Hand sets at the belt. 1-1 pitch. They're rocking the roll. Taken low and away for ball 2. Alfredo Marte jump started the initial comeback, slashing a double down the third base line. It rolled all the way to the base of the nemesis. A leadoff double in the first, eventually scoring on Guzman's home run. Hand with the 2-1 pitch. Tapped foul off the end of the bat, and it's 2-2. So Marte stands back in. Red chalk laces, it looks like, on his cleats right here. Well, we see a cloud of dust as he rounds the bases. 2-2 pitch is in there. Strike 3 called. Backdoor slider, and Marte is retired. Second time on strikes. And so, with 2 down and men on the corners, it'll fall to the 24-year-old shoulders of Isaias Tejeda. 2 home runs yesterday. A relatively quiet night for Zay tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. Tejeda will take a couple of practice swings. 7-6 Patriots, bottom of the 6th inning. Revs have played catch-up all night, on the verge of catching up for a second time. Donovan Hand just trying to keep it to the 1 run. And it's a breaking ball, crosses at the belt, a called strike 1 to Isaias. Revs with 1 run home already in the inning. 1 out single by Michael Rocket, double by Wilson, single by Simmons brought home Rocket. It's Wilson on third with Simmons on first and 2 down. Hand from the first base side of the rubber, the 0-1. Line drive, center field, going back on it, Robinson, right to him, makes the catch, side retired. Revs strand the tying run at third base. The top 2 hitters in the order can't get him home, but they do cut the lead in half, and they're back within 1. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on. End of the 6-year score, Somerset 7, York 6. Darrell Henry will take you home here on Revs Radio, WOYK.
Let's go!
The NFL has a policy. Johnny Unitas was going to be honored by Peyton Manning. He was going to wear high-top black shoes. The NFL said, no, you couldn't do it. Pat Tillman was going to be honored by Jake Plummer, and the NFL said, no, you can't. Craig Ironhead Hayward's son was going to honor him with eye black. D'Angelo Williams, whose mother died of breast cancer in 2014, he wanted to honor her the entire season. The NFL said no. This was explained to me by the NFL years ago, that if we allow this for Peyton Manning with Johnny Unitas, which seems like a no-brainer, then what happens if you get Jimmy Lipper, who wants to honor his coach, and he's going to wear something? That's where the NFL, you may not like it, but it makes sense that you just say, no, we're not going to allow it. We can't allow this to happen. Because then everybody would be doing it.
The Dan Patrick Show.
We are going to PAR-TY.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Ross Brothers Barbecue is serving up the hits every Saturday night this season at PeoplesBank Park. Stop by Arch Street Eats on the third base corner and load up on delicious, fresh-made local barbecue. All of Ross' sauces and sides are made from scratch daily. All meats are smoked for an authentic barbecue done right. Ross Brothers also offers drive-through, dine-in, and carry-out from the restaurant at 3096 Carlisle Road in Dover, as well as delivery and full-service catering. Ross Brothers can cater any sized event from fundraisers to graduation parties to weddings. Ross Brothers Barbecue every Saturday night at PeoplesBank Park.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the 7th, and the Revs trail 7-6. What a shame. Isaiah Tejeda hit that ball right on the nose, but right at center to end the inning, leaving 2. So still down a run as Bo Vaughn takes over, beginning in the 7th. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts as Eric Ferris leads off and takes a strike. 3, 4, and 5 in the order due up for Somerset. And Bo deals, and a sinker down low. No swing from Ferris, who was loading up but held off. 1 for 3, a bunt hit, and a run scored back in the first inning. Michael Click, the final 2 outs of the 6th. Bo deals, and a breaking ball just missed away. Well, after some of the strike calls on York's hitters, the Revs fans not very happy with Bo not getting that one, and he took a long look in as well. The 2-1, and a swing and a bouncer softly to third. Joel's got it. He'll pump and make the throw to first, and there's 1 away. Pretty good job by De La Cruz tonight after that rocky beginning to give them 5 1/3. It's a night where they don't have as many relievers as usual due to events over the past couple of days. But De La Cruz got him into the 6th. And now in their second reliever, Click a short outing, and Bo hopes to make his the same. Here's Brad Snyder, who takes the first pitch strike. Snyder 1 for 3, a 3-run double in the first inning. The pitch from Bo is swung on and missed. A sinker down low. He was the 4th hitter of the game, and at the time gave Somerset a 3-0 lead already. The Revs battled back from down 4-0 in the first, 5-2 in the second. And they're within a run through 6. Pitch to Snyder is swung on and missed. Bo goes off speed again and makes quick work of the first 2 hitters.
Well, this is signature Bo Vaughn right here. He's had a rough start to his 2016 campaign, giving up 8 runs in 8 2/3 innings coming in. relinquishing his all-time Revs ERA title in the process, but he's looked good his last couple of outings, this one included.
Here's Matt Fields, who's 1 for 3. First inning RBI single, and a slider from Bo to start him. It's a called strike.
I feel like I should have had a slide whistle, the late movement on that ball.
Throws frisbees. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a miss. Back to the sinker there. Now Bo trying to mow through this 7th inning. He's ready, he fires, and a swing and a miss. He got him chasing a slider that was in the other batter's box. Bo Vaughn, a very impressive, quick 1-2-3 7th. 7th inning stretch tonight here at PeoplesBank Park. Revs are down just a run, it's 7-6.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Come on, Colin Cowherd.
Here's Chip Kelly talking about Tim Tebow once he released it.
I didn't feel like he was good enough to be the 3 right now.
He didn't say backup that just gets in. He's not good enough to be the 3rd-string quarterback. And here's the thing. You can have him on the roster. You can't have him right behind Sam Bradford, who would pull a hammy yawning.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
It's time again for York Mitsubishi's Memorial Day sale going on all month long with huge savings on all 2016 Outlanders, Lancers, Mirages, and Outlander Sports. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months or rebates and discounts up to $4,000. And as always, every new Mitsubishi gets our famous 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So stop by York Mitsubishi during our Memorial Day sale going on all month long just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue, York Mitsubishi, where Mitsubishis always cost less.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Now the man who was immortalized last night in bobblehead music box form, Bonnie Grimes, performing Take Me Out to the Ballgame 7th inning stretch. Revs down 7-6, and left-hander Mike Thomas, the new pitcher for Somerset. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Thomas is a good one, 2-1 with a 1.32 ERA in 15 games. Has 1 save as well. 13 2/3 innings, just 8 hits and 2 runs given up. He's walked 7 and struck out 14. Opponents have hit 170 against the lefty. And Joel Guzman will get things started. 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Fans chanting Goose as Joel stands in. 2 for 3 tonight. 2-run homer in the first, 2-run single in the second. And depending on what other hitters do, there's the pitch from Thomas. It's a slider for a strike. He, at least early on tonight, for a time took over the league lead in ribbies, and maybe he'll be there through the end of the night. 25 now. Here's the 0-1, and it skips in the dirt.
And a big sigh of relief for the Patriots. They see him with the bases empty.
Yeah. They've got to get through 3 big bats, though, this inning, and it's interesting. It's a lefty to face all 3 righties. The 1-1 and a ground ball left side. Oh, it takes a hop on Jones from third. He recovers, though, and makes the throw. Guzman is not one of the burners on the team, and he hit it sharply. So Jones, they call it the hot corner for a reason. Knock it down, and you might still have a chance, and that's exactly what he did. 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. And Thomas is in the game as he would be regardless of matchups. He's a lefty, but he's a full inning setup guy for them. Here's Talvin Nash. And he swings and misses on a slider, hoping to get one hanging. 0 for 2 tonight. Did have a sac fly in the second inning. 20th RBI of the year. Now the 0-1. And that misses down and away. Thomas last year was at AA and AAA with the Dodgers. No relation to Eric Thomas, but he also went to Rider University. He was drafted in 2011, right around the time that Eric was beginning his college career at Rider. There's the 1-1 and a foul tip. Tap behind home plate. Thomas with at least 2 of the first 3, I think it's exactly 2 of the first 3 have been sliders on Nash. Got a swing and a miss and a foul tip on that late breaker. Down 7-6 here in the 7th inning, the Revs are trying to come back again. The 1-2 fastball, strike 3 called. He went in. Nash looks back, has words for Joe Del Balso. And after they had him looking sliders the whole at bat, Thomas sneaks one in for strike 3. 2 down, and here's Andres Perez, who again sits on 499 hits in his Revs career. 1 for 3, a first inning double tonight. He nearly beat out a swinging bunt in the 5th, which would have been 500. And Thomas deals and missed the outside corner, ball 1. Dre, one more hit. He'll be the first to 500 with York. He's already the first to 400. None others have been close. The 1-0. And that's over for a strike. Backdoor slider from the lefty.
He's been stuck on 56 home runs for a couple of weeks, none since the walk-off against New Britain on May 12th.
3 away from that Revs record. The 1-1, and it misses down and outside. He's got a few things that he's in pursuit of.
He won't stop until the entire record book is in his name, not just the supermajority.
2-1, and he fouls it off upstairs on the first base side.
Second in runs, although he's about 50 behind Scott Grimes, so that's probably not going to come for a while. And then 4th in walks.
Everything else pretty much is his, all the major ones. Thomas shakes off a couple of times and ready. And now time asked for at the plate. 2-2 on Perez with the bases empty, 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Revs down a run after a barrage of scoring at the beginning. It has calmed down a bit. The 2-2 and a swing and a foul back. He fights off another one that'll find the roof. 499 hits with York right now, 998 in his pro career. Almost half of it right here. There's the stretch. Another 2-2, and he bounced it in the dirt. Oh, Perez, he's really had good at-bats all night. Works it full this time. Mike Thomas will take a walk behind the mound. Baltimore native. He spent his whole career in the Dodgers system before this year. A couple of shakes off or shake-offs. And as he was agreeing with his catcher, Perez asked for time.
It could be shakes off. You know, like Culls de Sac.
Really?
And some second thing, I don't know.
It's 3-2. And it missed outside, ball 4. Thomas puts the glove up over his mouth. He thought he had strike 3, trying to backdoor one. He was careful to Perez. And Ray doesn't have the 500th hit this time, but he is on base, and that'll get Brian Pounds to the plate. A 2-out walk. If the Revs were to obtain a lead late in this game, they do have both DePaula and DeMarc available tonight. Pounds stands in. First pitch is down and away. 0 for 2 with a walk himself here this evening. 7-6 our score. Revs were once down 4-0 before they came to bat. They tied at 5-5 in the second. There's the 1-0 fastball called strike. Outer lower part of the zone. Somerset went back in front with 2 in the fourth, and the Revs with 1 in the sixth, but that leaves them still behind by 1 run. Well, Thomas holds set, stares at Dre, comes home, and a swing and a bouncing ball to third. Jones an in-between hop. He stabs it, fires to first, and that's the inning. He was caught in between on whether to charge all the way forward or hold up, and he was able to pick the in-between bounce. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left, and we'll go to the 8th tonight. Revs trailing at 7-6.
The more we help the ones in need, the more progress our community will make.
By focusing on quality education, income opportunities, and basic health care,
all of York County can have access to the building blocks of a good quality of life.
together we can load the bases for our community.
And hit a home run.
Give generously to the 2016 United Way Community Fund.
Find out more and give now at unitedway-york.org.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee, or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Come and celebrate 10 years of York Revolution baseball with the Celebrate York Series presented by Memorial Hospital. The series honors significant contributions from York, Pennsylvania's most notable events and favorite citizens with giveaways every Friday night home game. The series continues on Friday, June 3rd with a bobblehead of York High's own NFL Hall of Famer Chris Dolman. Visit YorkRevolution.com for more details. It's the Celebrate York Series, proudly presented by Memorial Hospital for the York Revolution's 10th anniversary season.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the 8th, and the Revs still trailing 7-6. Ricardo Gomez will come on. Pitching change is brought to you by Maple Donuts. Last night, they would have used him longer, but his neck cramped up between innings. Yovan Gonzalez first pitch swinging, and he pounds a foul past Glenn Barker, his third base coach. Gomez in last night's game at the final out of the 7th inning, facing one hitter. There's the 0-1, and a swing and a foul back upstairs as that bangs off one of the panels on the suite level. The Mace wanted to use somebody for multiple innings last night. Maybe it would have been Gomez, but they couldn't then after the neck cramped. Back out there tonight. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a pop up toward the stands. Nash giving chase by first base and out of room. Well, hot days and muscle cramps can come up. Looked like he was moving fine after the game, and now back out there a day later. Gonzalez 0 for 3 tonight. Double play, 2 flyouts. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the Patriot order here in the 8th inning. And Gomez from the stretch, kicks and fires, and a foul back into the netting. 13th outing for Gomez. No record, a 1.54 ERA. As the ball comes all the way in, a strike at home plate from the Patriot bullpen.
Make that guy an outfielder.
Yeah. Gomez 11 2/3, 5 runs, but only 2 earned. He fires, and a slider down and away. Tejeda fighting to stay in front in case there was a swing. There was not. Third reliever used tonight. Bo really flew through that 7th inning. On a 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Gomez got him on a slider. And 1 down to begin the 8th. We'll pause for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
1 down. Here is Carlos Guzman. Pitch from Gomez is upstairs. These two were teammates briefly in York in 2011, which was Gomez's first of now 4 seasons in a Revs uniform. He deals home, and that's over for a strike. Guzman tonight, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. On the 1-1, fastball, strike called. 90 on the inside corner. Gomez has been around for a while. 37 years of age. He'll turn 38 in a couple of weeks, but still throwing low 90s. A 1-2, and that missed inside at 92. Made Guzman flinch. (7-6), Somerset in front, 8th inning. 2-2, and a broken bat grounder to second base. Pounds has it cleanly. He'll throw to first, and there's 2 away. Broken bat brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Will, do you have an ash tree?
I used to, Darryl, but the emerald ash borer went and took my tree away.
If only you knew about Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care at that point in time. You could have visited their website, heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
For lawn and landscape needs?
Among other things.
Well, all right. There's hope for my other emerald ash tree.
It's Trayvon Robinson who takes a strike.
Yeah, it's an ash tree that grows emeralds. I'm a very rich man. That's why I can do this job.
Yeah, EAB is a problem, but Heritage Lawn is your place to combat it. This is the 0-1. That misses high and away. Gomez consistently at 92 on that gun.
Now, here's something I wondered, we're talking about Heritage Lawn and Landscape. They're a title sponsor here. Yet on the LED board, we got Trump Lawn and Landscape Company. Is there a war brewing between those two for supremacy at PeoplesBank Park?
I don't know about here. There's a ball down low, 2-1. I don't know if they, if there's like a line that they meet at from now and again and stare at one another. Now Gomez set with it, and the 2-1. Fastball just inside, and the plate flinched. I think he thought it might hit him. Tejeda had to reach for the ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Robinson is yet to be retired tonight. A homer and 2 singles. The homer was to dead center, a trend that Joel started. Pitch here is swung on and driven that way again in left center. Simmons back though. He's got room in front of the LED board in left center. He had it all the way. 1-2-3-8 for Ricardo Gomez. And the Revs still just a swing away from drawing even. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 7-6 it remains.
Wednesdays are the worst. I've got to get the kids to school in time to get to work, then it's just one long day of meetings. But hey, at least I don't have to worry about making dinner.
Kids eat free with People's Bank. Save money at every Wednesday home game.
So now when the Revs are in town, I just pull into a People's Bank, pick up that week's coupon, and dinner is done. Revolution Wednesdays? Awesome. Revolution!
Thanks to People's Bank, kids eat free at every Wednesday home game. No need to be a People's Bank customer. Just pick up your coupon at any People's Bank branch and do dinner at PeoplesBank Park. One coupon per child per game.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
This Sunday, join the York Revolution for Princess Day. Meet Anna and Elsa of Frozen from noon to 2. Play in an inflatable castle. Make your own crown and enter to win a drawing of Elsa in a Revolution jersey. Get details and tickets at YorkRevolution.com. Princess Day, where PeoplesBank Park is an open door.
Struggling to find quality IT help for your business? Tired of being sold solutions from companies helping their bottom line more than yours? Sick of your calls being answered overseas? SoCo Business Solutions is your answer to maintain your current environment, redesign your infrastructure, provide local responsive support, and keep your data safe. Contact SoCo at 717-505-8080 and let us be your IT solutions provider. That's 717-505-8080 or online at SoCoBusinessSolutions.com.
The Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the eighth, Revs down 7-6. Right-hander Jeremy McBride, the new pitcher, and Rocket bunts, and it's a good one. Gonzalez out, picks up, and the throw just nipped him at first. Michael Rocket trying to bunt his way on to begin the eighth. And Gonzalez came out, made a fine play. Right as McBride was approaching as well, the catcher picked up and the throw was just in time. Just angled slightly toward third in front of the plate on the bunt. And Fields at first had to reach toward Rocket to make the catch. It wasn't an easy one to handle. The Revs down to their final 5 outs. Here's Josh Wilson. And the pitch from McBride is over at the knees, a fastball strike. Wilson, a good night tonight. 2 for 3, 2 doubles and a run. McBride, the 8th inning man, deals, and a swing and a miss. A breaking ball had Wilson fooled early. McBride 2-0 at 2.57 ERA in 14 games and a save. Only 9 hits in 14 innings. Opponents at 188. 0-2 is just down and away. Good eye from Wilson. And McBride has struck out 12 while walking only 2. A short step to the wind. He fires home and a fastball, strike 3 called. Outside corner, no argument from Wilson. McBride works very quickly, almost like Bo, and it hardly gives the hitters a chance to get any comfort level at all. It's not a quick pitch, it's not illegal, but it feels rushed. But I'm sure it feels right to him. Here's James Simmons, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI single that made it a 1-run game in the 6th, and he watches the first one in the dirt. McBride was at AAA with the Angels last year. On the wind and the 1-0. And a slider. It started at Simmons, who was jumping back, and then it ran over for a strike. His slider has had each of the last 2 hitters fooled a couple of times. Not seeing it well out of his hand. And the 1-1. And it misses down and away. Seems like he might be, from here, we're pretty much straight on behind home plate. Looks like he hides the ball pretty well. And they're not getting a great look at it. The 2-1, and a swing and a foul out of play, first base side. And he's also very quick to the plate. It's on you quickly. 2-2 with 2 outs in the 8th. McBride, the wind, and the pitch. And it misses in the dirt outside. Well, full count. Simmons trying to spark something with 2 outs here. The wind, the 3-2. And it missed down low, ball 4. So Simmons is on a 2-out walk, good speed on base. And we go to the top of the order now, and Alfredo Marte. Somerset hoping to get the game to John Hunton.
Atlantic League's all-time saves leader as of this year.
Whoever it is, though, McBride this inning or Hunton, they'll have to get through the top and the heart of the order again. Pitch to Marte is grounded to shortstop, may have broken his bat. Kelly a quick flip to second in time, just ahead of Simmons' slide as he flipped it to Ferris to end the inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. If the Revs do it tonight, they'll have to do it in the 9th. We head to the 9th inning, trailing 7-6.
Kids today, with Facebook, texting, TV, and video games, seems like fresh air and sunshine are things of the past. Remember playing catch, climbing trees, wholesome backyard fun? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care remembers, give them lush grass, healthy trees, the good old outdoors. American is baseball and apple pie. Kids have every reason to stay inside. Don't let your lawn be one of them. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, world-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
What if I told you your family of 4 could have an all-inclusive outing for only $55? The York Revolution are telling you that right now. The Family Fun Pack includes 4 flexible ticket vouchers to be used whenever you'd like, 4 food vouchers for hot dogs, chips, and drinks, 2 playground wristbands, and a parking pass. Again, $55. Have more than 4 in your family? Additional tickets and food vouchers are only $10. Buy online at YorkRevolution.com, over the phone at 801-HITS, or in person at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the 9th, 7-6, Somerset. It remains. Ron Scooters will take over. Another pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. He becomes the 4th reliever used tonight. He was also in last night's game, faced 2 lefties, got 1 out and walked 1. A second straight game for Scooters, who is in his 12th overall, 1-0 with a 4.82 ERA. He'll have 9-1-2 to face. Kelly, Jones, and Eggleston still going through his warm-ups. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Princess Day here. Anna and Elsa from Frozen will be in the house. Also, our Sunday fun of autographs, catching the field, post-game kids run the bases. And then Monday for Memorial Day, it is a 5 o'clock start for Salute to Veterans Night. Tickets for the final 2 games of this homestand and every game this season on sale at YorkRevolution.com, 717-801-HITS, and at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office. Here's Scott Kelly to lead off the 9th. Corners are in. Scooters with the pitch. It is right there for a strike at 89. Kelly 2 for 3 tonight with a run scored and his league-leading 16th steal. Now the 0-1. And a big swing and a miss. Scooters kept it down and got him to swing through it. John Hunton is loosening for Somerset, of course. 7 for 11 in saves this season. He did have a rough patch coinciding with their team's rough patch. The 0-2. And a swing and a foul tip squeezed. 3 fastballs in a row. Scooters strikes him out in the third one at 90. And one away here in the 9th inning. Revs in the bottom of the 9th. We'll have Tejeda, Guzman, and Nash due up, so don't go anywhere. Top of the order for Somerset and Michael Jones, who's 3 for 4, extending his hitting streak to 9 in a big way. 2 steals and a run as well, and a ribby. And Scooters out of the stretch at all times, kicks and fires a strike. Another fastball at 90. He's got the high stirrups again. That has become his look. The old school fashion, that is. Well, the 0-1. And a swing and a miss. Man, does he look good tonight. Pounding the zone. And they can't connect on that heater.
It's the stirrups, man. The old school is the only school.
Now into his stretch again. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and poked on the ground. Second base. Pounds up with it. Throws to first. And that's out number 2. He didn't mess around. Went right at him and got the ground ball out. And an efficient first 2 outs for Scooters. Now the only lefty that he's due to face in the inning, Aaron Eggleston. He's 1 for 4, a bunt single and a run back in the first. Also an RBI on a ground out in the fourth. Revs down 7-6 in the 9th. Scooters with the pitch. It is right in there. A strike called. I don't want to jinx him, but he continues to pound the zone. I'll unfold the thought in a moment. Scooters set, the 0-1. I jinxed him. It was right down the middle, but called a ball. That's his first ball. He threw 7 strikes in a row. Guess it was a touch low looking at the replay. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fires home, and that one missed inside. Made Eggleston jump back. 2-1. Now back to the plate. And a liner, right center. It's slicing back, and Simmons will run it down. Simmons, full sprint into right center, makes it look easy, and it's a 1-2-3-9 for Ron Scooters. What a job from the bullpen, 3 2/3, 1 hit, and it gives York a chance. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. John Hunton coming in. It's the Patriots 7 and the Revs 6.
Tennis used to be a very polite game. Today, tennis
Ace
raises a racket.
Flying feet.
The style, the play, and the players are intense, athletic, and hard-charging. Flying Feet Sports Shoes welcomes the evolution of tennis and its battling players with a full line of specialty tennis shoes worthy of the new game. These aren't stand-around, look-pretty shoes. These are co-conspirators for the court. Shoes that will endure opponent after opponent, match after match. Shoes that move when and how you move and stop at your command. Shoes that fit and feel good so your feet are ready and able to play that next set. Flying Feet's team includes Prince, Wilson, and New balance in widths that fit, and the Flying Feet staff is always on the sidelines to help you with your selection. Tennis, it's a new game. Be prepared to play it well. Flying Feet. Flying Feet sports shoes, just off exit 18 of I-83, right behind Domino's in York.
Hey Revs fans, want to get in the game? You can throw out an honorary first pitch this season by bringing a group to PeoplesBank Park. Select groups who reserve tickets in the month of May will receive a first pitch courtesy of Bell Socialization Services with support from Adhesives Research. For information, call Reed Gunderson at 717-801-4498. Celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, Bell provides housing supports and living skills training to more than 1,400 people every year here in South Central PA through its mental health, intellectual disability, and homeless service programs. Bell Socialization Services, empowering lives every day.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs are facing the Atlantic League's all-time best at saving games, John Hunton. 7-6, York trails. Hunton has struggled a bit this year, 0-2 with a .554, 13 innings, 20 hits, 12 runs, 8 earned. Only 7 for 11 in saves, and opponents have hit .333. It'll be Tejeda, Guzman, and Nash to face him.
Yep, 135 saves. He's been stuck on that for a while. Hasn't gotten one since breaking Jim Ed Warden's record. Too many front office responsibilities getting in his head right now. Director of Player Personnel for the Somerset Patriots.
Tejeda 0 for 3 on the night with a walk and a run. First pitch, a slider that dives in at the knees for a strike. Yeah, Hunton's had that title now the last maybe 4 seasons. Already, here's the 0-1, and a slider just missed inside. 32 saves last year. The year before, a league single season record 49. When the Revs won their 2011 title, they came back against Hunton in the 8th inning when he was with Long Island as Tejeda swings and a ball off the glove of Kelly and into left. And the tying runs on. Ball was ripped, but right at Scott Kelly. It hit off his glove. And an E6 begins the bottom of the 9th. Could it be the break the Revs need?
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Here's Joel Guzman. First error of the game for either team. And we have something catching on around the park. More and more chance of Goose as Joel makes his way up there. 2 for 4 tonight. 2-run homer in the first, 2-run single in the second. Hunting ready, first pitch, a swing and a miss. He was trying to end it. Oh my.
Oh. You can feel the breeze from that all the way up here.
He was almost about to fall to a knee, it looked like, but he stayed on his feet.
Beltray style.
Yes. Here's the stretch, the 0-1, and it misses down and away. Well, right away, Hunton now is facing the winning run, which I'm sure is not what they wanted against this part of the order. And not that you want these hitters trying to force that, but here's the 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, he fouls it back, got in on the hands, and pops it straight back upstairs, 1-2. Patriots with that error now lead the league with 37. Revs have 36. Downtown trying to get him fired up from on top of the dugout. The stretch from Hunton. 1-2, and a swing and a miss. A slider down and away. One thing with Hunton, he's a large human, but you don't get the blazing fastball anymore. It's slider, sinker. Also, it features a changeup. Well, one away here in the bottom of the ninth.
Well, Hunton doesn't have time to breathe easy now. Now he's got the league's leading home run hitter, and it's not even close. Telvin Nash.
Nash tonight 0 for 3 with a sac fly. First pitch, a slider breaks in for strike one. Not the one he wanted on the first pitch. The problem is, once Hunton gets ahead, you may not get anything else. Now ready. 0-1, and a slider driven to the gap in right center. It's in for a hit. It one-hops the wall. Tejeda at third, and they're going to send him. Relay to the plate. It is in time, and he's tagged down. It goes 9-4-2. They were trying to score him all the way from first. The throw beat him, and he slid into the tag. He had nowhere else to go. It beat him by 2 steps. Nash makes it all the way to third, and the tying run is there with 2 outs here in the ninth. And now Andres Perez, a base hit, could tie it and get him into 500 with York. What a spot it would be if he could pull that off.
Oh, boy. It was going to be close with Tejeda's lack of relative speed as a catcher. I don't know. You had Perez and Pounds, a couple of clutch hitters coming up next. I don't know if I want to send him there. Of course, hindsight, but either way, very exciting.
Now here's Perez down to their final out. 1 for 3 with a double and a walk tonight. And Hunton with the pitch. It's over for strike one. Trying to pick up number 500 and tie the game at least.
A bit of deja vu going back to May 12th, perhaps?
It's the 0-1. And a called strike, way out. Nobody up here too happy about that one. No balls and 2 strikes. Looked like a pretty generous corner there. Down to their final strike tonight. Hunting the stretch. The 0-2, and it's in the dirt and blocked by Gonzalez. Nash was coming down the line and ready to take off. What a bullet he hit to the gap. Maybe if it's not hit as hard, it takes them longer to play it off the wall, and Tejeda would have scored. I mean, he crushed it. He stands at third. Here's the stretch from Hunton. The 1-2 to Perez, and a swing and a bouncing ball to short. Kelly's got it. Fires to first, and that's the game. Kelly with redemption. He handles the final out. The Somerset Patriots end the Revs' 4-game winning streak and their 6-game home streak. And for the Patriots, they end their own 4-game losing streak. 7-6 your final tonight. The Revs down big early, and they made a bid at a big comeback again, but it falls a run short. Their first loss of the entire homestand after it opened with 4 straight wins. Made a bid at it in the 9th inning, and Polo sending Tejeda, trying to force the Patriots to make 2 great throws to get him, and they did. And it ends with the tying run on third then, as these 2 teams split the first 2 in this series. 7-6 your final tonight. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call